Hello and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are back on this glorious Tuesday after PAX. We are sickness-free, full of nerd swag and swag, and we're here for Lost Mine of Phandelver. Ready Player 4 is the name of the episode, I believe. So yeah, if you notice on screen, there is a new bright and shiny ginger on the screen. So we have a new Player 4. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll introduce you first. So Ginger Ninja, who are you? What are you doing here? And tell us who you're playing today.
I'm going to be playing Lola. I am Ginger Ninja. This is my first time streaming D&D, second time streaming tabletop. So we'll see how the shit show goes.
Yeah. Sweet. So your character, Lola, is a showgirl with yellow ribbons in her hair. She works at the Copacabana. Is that all correct?
You're probably going to be the first person I shoot.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So someone who wants to shoot me on a regular basis, in-game and out-of-game. Bitters, who are you? What are you doing here? And tell us about Ulf Lang.
I'm Mr. Bitters, and I do stuff here sometimes, I think. Sometimes a little button pops up and says, "Will you allow this message?" And I usually go, yes, because I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I do here. I'll be playing Ulf Lang, the half-elf warlock, who may or may not have an imaginary friend and really likes dead things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And is definitely not a necromancer.
Those things go hand in hand.
At all. Imaginary friends and dead things?
Yep.
Oh, man. Madfish, welcome back to the insanity. Who are you? What are you doing here? And tell us about, totally Sylvie.
Whatever. She's, just cooler than you.
It's true.
And she did not take your stuff.
That's not true.
She only takes things that aren't being actively guarded.
Actively used. Right, yeah.
Yeah. It's in a drawer.
Yeah.
You didn't need it.
You didn't need it. It wasn't on your person. You don't need it. Sometimes when it is on your person, you just didn't know you didn't need it. It works out.
She hasn't gone. No. She hasn't gone that far. We haven't gotten to pickpocketing yet.
That's true.
Yet.
And I will be reprising my role as Tiberius Caldwell, who recently played a wondrous role as Marthion, son of Hecadia, an elven ranger of great repute, who single-handedly rescued Gunderson, Rockseeker, from the bowels
Enjoy your stay.
of Leostat XOX. Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. Mike, I like to start with disdain on your face. That's how I like to run every session. And that's why we don't have guns in the house, guys.
That's why.
That's why.
It's not because we're fucking children.
Oh, speaking of you killing yourself, Mike, tell us about Lost Mine of Phandelver and what the hell we're doing, because we fucking don't know.
Yeah, so like the title implies, there's a mine that is lost.
Just a singular one.
Just one mine.
One mine.
Yep.
It's actually just a one long shaft into a mountain.
Into what's the shaft go into?
Into a mountain.
Into a mountain?
Yeah.
All right. That explains it right there.
It's done.
No, so the overall thing is that there's this place called Wave Echo Cave. It's rumored that there's this mine there where a spell forge was that helps magic users and magical forgers create magical weapons. Magical. I said that 5 times. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much the premise, is that you want to find this. You guys already rescued the guy who wants to find it. And now you guys are... So from the start, you guys got waylaid by a group of goblins and some bugbears. Destroyed them, like you do. Then you go to a town, find out there's some thugs. Destroy them, like you do. Then you kind of go out and about trying to find some allies to help get this town back in shape and not so down in the dirt. Thanks to your help, you guys have helped establish martial law with the Lord's Alliance in the town, and you guys are promised, if you complete eradicating the rest of the Cragmaws,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys are entitled to estates. And you guys also know that if you help Gundy out, there's significant reward in discovering this lost mine, and they are fairly certain they found it.
Oh,
So the current So the current premise right now, guys, is that you guys are leaving Phandelver, the small town that you guys helped rescue. You guys are heading east to a place called Old Owl Well. And Old Owl Well is rumored to be overrun with undead things. And as Tiberius will tell everybody, whether it's true or not, that there are a family of necromancers with a baby necromancer in the woods.
Yeah, in the Neverwinter Wood.
In the Neverwinter Woods, yes. And you guys are supposed to be meeting an ally along the way.
Yes. Have we left yet? I don't believe we have.
No. We left the session with you guys at the Town Master's Hall.
Okay. So Tiberius is going to turn to Salazar Slytherin, and he's going to adjust the map so everyone can see it on screen. And he is going to say, Salazar, what this ally you have found for us, Scissors? What type of person are they? What should we look out for?
Well, she's not exactly Lord's Alliance. She just helps us out, and well, there's nobody better than her than we've seen. Her name is Lola. I never remember her last name.
Oh yes, Lola. Good.
So what you need to look out for is she's elven. She's a wood folk. Wood, ears like his, and he points to Ulf. You'll see her. She has a companion. You'll know her right away. She'll meet you about 20 miles east of here.
Good. Then we should make post haste. Is it amazing, Salazar Slytherin? How amazing is it?
It's so amazing. Whoops. So anyway,
my immersion is broken.
Is it? No, I don't believe you.
It's not. I'm always immersed fully.
All right. So yes. What time of day is it, guys? You tell me.
Well, it's the same day, right? We haven't slept yet, so we should probably do some sleep.
Exactly.
Probably do sleep.
Want to leave post haste, huh?
Yeah. I forgot. I trained for the rest of the day with the Darren Edomath.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we left Ulf entertaining the town master.
Yeah. It was a terrible sight to behold.
Uh,
So yeah, let's
Better
go to.
him than you.
That's true. So let's go to Toblerone Stonehill and old Toby.
Toblerone Hill.
Toblerone Hill, and
All
we
right.
can we get some sleep.
Yeah, man. We're just gonna, unless you guys have anything specific that you want to do, we go with the usual accommodations and we can set out the next morning.
Yeah. Tiberius is going to regale everyone with a rousing story of Barthion, son of Ekadir, and how he single-handedly rescued Gunderson Rockseeker, and is the hero of Phandelver. So.
And is totally not you.
Yeah.
And for once, Ulf doesn't skip the show.
It was a good show. You saw it live, and it's like a recreation.
He's a fan.
Yeah.
Well, Sylvie figures, if anybody has any problems with what went down there, he's already taking all the blame. So I don't need credit.
So for those of us new to the map here, guys, you can clearly see
That's right.
there's we triangulated where the necromancers were likely to be, because there is a ghost in Crunchberry, there is a zombie horde in Thundertree, and Old Owl Well is said to have some undead goings on. And if you make a triangle, it turns out that there is definitely necromancers in the Neverwinter Woods.
It's
Where
science at this point.
Yeah.
It is. Where did the baby come from again?
Well, see, what happened was Poppy
don't know.
Poppy ran away to find the necromancers, and Ulf was busy tracking her, and he saw tiny footprints and adult-sized footprints, so he told us that it is the necromancers, and it must be a family, and that they also have a baby necromancer with them. And Tiberius believed that because, of course, necromancer babies, something I've heard of in my stories.
Well, tiny footprints in a pool of blood.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It only makes sense.
And, I'm not sure if anybody explained to you Tiberius's thing. You tell him a name, he will immediately get it wrong, and then he will never get it right ever again.
Yeah.
To the point where other people and the DM forget what this person's real name ever actually was.
Yeah.
I just temporarily forgot. That's
Yeah.
all. I just have to remind myself every time his name is not Gunderson.
but Mike, is
But
it?
It is now.
Is it Gunderson?
No.
No, it sure is. So, guys, before we get into anything too serious, I will remind you that if you look down in the bottom left and bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see our 2 micro goals, and every time we hit those goals, everyone on screen, including the Evil Dungeon Master, will get advantage on whatever roll they want. You can also give us advantage, disadvantage, natural 20s, natural 1s, free armor and upgrades, and all kinds of cool shit like that by checking the donation section down below. If you click on that donation link, it'll take you to a Word document that has all of that shit right all up on there. And we are 15 doll hairs away from our monthly goal, and when we hit that goal, everyone who has donated is entered to win a free shirt from unMadeGaming! !Merch in the chat.
Yay.
So, Mike, take us away. We're on the road again.
You guys are on the road. So we're just going to do the standard things. You guys are getting pretty familiar with the trail at this point. So on the map, he would have pointed you about this section right there, where like the O, where it says Tribord Trail on the line. That's where you're supposed to meet her, somewhere in that vicinity.
Okay.
We'll just say like there's a waypoint, like an old house or something like that, some landmark, and you guys are supposed to meet there.
Sure.
So it's a typical traveling rules. 1 hex is 5 miles, and in 1 day you can travel 20. We'll just say 25 miles, just to keep it simple. So 5 hexes. 1, 2.
So we
Fuck it. You guys get there in a day.
We can get to right here. So
yeah, we'll say you guys get real close.
So the T in Tribord Trail.
Yeah, that's where she is.
Yeah,
That's where
yeah.
the house is. Yeah,
That's what I heard you say.
I was one hex off.
I heard you say that.
So while we do that, I'm going to need a D20 from all 3 of you, because it is 8 hours. It's a full 8 hours. So, or whoever's going to lead. Who would lead?
It's just a regular D20, right? There's no stat.
Yeah, no flat. Yeah, no, we're just doing some random encounter tables.
I mean, Tiberius has been driving the cart every other time we've been doing stuff.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me 1 D20.
Sylvie has been our scout.
Fair enough.
And Ulf refuses to participate in fun activities. Much like real life.
9. Yeah, so you guys have been doing a pretty good job of keeping the area clean, keeping the streets clean from crime, and you have a pretty uneventful way there. About partway through, you might have to change the wagon wheel around a little bit, get a little rub-a-dub on there, some oil.
Would you say that we've taken a bite out of crime?
There's not enough dog stuff.
Okay.
So I'd say I can't say that.
That's fair.
But at any rate, you guys are trotting down the road. The sun's going down. You're really thinking we should have found camp by now, but you guys push forward a little bit further, and you find in the distance this old, what looks to be like a roadhouse. Good. It's mostly rotten and fallen and decrepit, but you could see if you wanted to, you could take shelter there. It's something you've seen a couple times before. And when they look there, what do they see, Lauren? Describe your character. What are some of her physical attributes? Hair color, stature, demeanor.
Do we see any trolls, minion? Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. Also, Slade has donated $10 and said his lord Ingrarius Greyhouse. That's not a word, Slade. Number weighing bestows 3 criticals and an advantage to the maddest of fish. Go now, my prophet, and steal the pants of the nobles. Also, for the record, my name is Matt. So Matt Fish, you have 3 crits and an advantage to use at your leisure.
Wow, nice.
Sweet.
That's about.
Back to you.
So anyway, what does Lola look like? What are these guys approaching?
A very, very long red-haired, kind of disheveled looking, like she's been living in the woods for ever, living off the land, and is definitely just a big mess.
So very woodly.
Yeah, but very short and very, I guess, kind of hard to approach. Very cautious.
Okay, so you have a bit of you do more side glances before you look things full on kind of thing?
Yeah, especially with people, because I'm not used to them.
And what does your companion look like?
A black panther, black fur, black eyes, shining white teeth.
Big black clock. All right.
Pretty much a little bit bigger than me. Would be taller than me if it stood on its back.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are coming down the road. You guys are seeing this roadhouse. It's just been referred to as Roadhouse. and you guys see this wood elf. You could tell she doesn't stay in one place. You can tell that she walks around a lot. Her clothes are a little bit worn. Her cloak is weathered. But one interesting thing about her, besides her red hair, is she has a big black cat with her.
That could have gone anywhere.
It could have. That's what she said. It could have gone anywhere. Good times.
All
right, but see, that's what happens in my mind all the time. And so you guys see this. That's not usual for this area. You see a large cat, all black. It doesn't really match the area, but yet it's there. You can only assume this is who Salazar was talking about. His name was Sildar.
Yes.
You just have said it so many fucking times.
Yes. Just like I said, there's so many necromancers.
You know what there's at Old Elwell, Mike?
Necromancers, Mike, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's nighttime, right? So can we see her, or is it like waning light? What's the light situation?
It's the sun is setting.
Okay.
So there's just enough light that you can see colors and stuff like that.
Would you say that we have a lantern on our wagon?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Cool. Because, yeah, why the hell not?
Do we have a wagon?
Yeah.
Didn't our horses get slaughtered and we kind of just left the wagon behind?
Oh,
So you guys
Still
walked. You guys walked.
shit! I forgot we just left. We just abandoned our wagon.
I forgot I murdered the fuck out of your
Murdered
horses.
the fuck out of it. Mike was like, "Oh, you murdered my apprentice in that one game. I'm gonna kill your horse."
Yeah.
Fucking jerk.
That's only the start.
It's great. It's good stuff.
So at any rate, you guys can walk with the lantern. We'll say that you took the lantern off the old horse, so you guys have a standardized lamp or lantern.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I assume we'd have like a torch if we're walking this way.
Well, that's why I'm also saying you could just fuck it. You guys have a lantern if it was
Yeah.
on the old one.
So we're approaching this roadhouse. What does the roadhouse look like?
It's old. It's disheveled. It's kind of moss covered. It's in the foothills, but there's enough trees here to have let the wildlife take over. It's not like it's plains or anything. It was long. It wasn't deep. It was long of the road.
The tunnel goes into the mountain.
Yes.
It's a single shaft.
But
Can I greet them riding the giant black pussy?
Do you? Yeah, with animal handling.
Yeah.
If you want to give me an animal handling roll, I'll see if you're any good at riding a cat. That should be a stat on your character sheet. God damn it! Yes, you do. Yeah, you can tell like this cat is like it's not used to having something on its back, and you'll see its back like arched down from even though she's pretty small. It's just not meant to be a beast of burden, but she apparently knows how to tame that pussy.
Yeah, you know when you ride the pussy and they arch their back, you know you're doing the right thing.
Yep.
Just every few steps, the cat just kind of topples over and lays on its side.
I thought you were going to say purrs.
No,
Nope.
I'm not going the low road. One of us has to stay
Which
out.
is a shame because you live there.
Oh.
You and your puns live on a low road, the lowest road. So we can see her. We have a lantern out. She's riding a hot black pussy. So Tiberius, in Tiberius fashion, raises the lantern, and he says, "You're a wood elf, right? That's what you are."
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He raises. Did we get the name? Did Salazar still didn't give us her name?
Yeah, he said Lola.
Okay.
He only gave you a first name,
And he just said she has a companion, not a giant plant.
and that you would recognize it right away.
Okay. Yeah, he raises his lantern above his head and he says, "What ho! I spot a fair maiden riding the blackest of cats. My dear, what are you doing in this part of the wood? Can I help you?"
I look for crime, and I like to wander about the forest, making trails for people who get lost.
A ranger! Let me tell you, one time I played a ranger. Not on stage, but in a fierce battle. I was a hero among men. I was felled several times, but I kept getting back up, and it was glorious. Ask my companion. Oh, regale her with your tales of my heroism.
It was magnificent.
Exactly, my boy. Now, you might be the person we are trying to find. Is your name Lola?
Depends who's asking.
I am Tiberius Caldwell, actor renowned on the stage of Neverwinter.
Can I speak to someone who leads this group?
You do so now.
I look past it. I look at Sylvie, and I'm like, "Are you the leader here?"
Slade donates $5 and says 5 advantages to Tiberius, but only if he admits that this one time he played a woman named Penelope on stage and he did enjoy it.
That's fucking perfect.
Slade, you're my hero.
Oh, Christ. Guys, that means we just hit our our monthly donation goal, which means everyone who has donated and everyone who continues to donate for the rest of the night, because today is the last day of January, is entered to win a free shirt from our merch store. Yeah, so I guess behind me there is a small halfling and a boring-looking half-elf. Or wood elf, I think.
Half elf.
Half elf.
She's 2'11", thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And she has kind of dark skin and also she has red hair, but it's more like a fire engine, like red. And she has a cloak and a set of armor on that's very, very dark. And she also has a sword that is shaped like a fish.
That is awesome.
As one does.
Yes, as one does. And she's like, we're like supposed to like find somebody named Lola, so we can like go to the well. We gotta like kill some undead or something.
Did you say kill undead? I am always game for killing undead. Let's go, Grim.
Now-
Your people too.
Now, we
Yeah.
shouldn't be hasty. It is one thing to kill the necromancers in the Neverwinter Wood, but our friend Ulf here is a fan of the undead, and he regularly attempts to make friends with them. Much to his chagrin.
I got a date with that ghost. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is true. You sure have a date with a ghost. I forgot. I tried to block it out of my memory, and you have reminded me.
I'll join your group. I'll do what I can.
Good, good. Perhaps we could stay in this abandoned roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
One time I stayed in a roadhouse and there was a man there. He was a monk from a distant land. I believe his name was Patrick S. Ways.
I'm gonna
I've
go
heard
inside
of
the
him.
house while he's talking.
We'll just follow her, like.
Sure. And when you open up the door, just stray cats kind of pour out. And there's like 5 of them. Just meow, 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 and they all kind of run out.
Is this Japan? Is this a cat hotel? What's
Yeah.
happening?
No, I rolled on the random table, and it's like random traits full of cats.
Full of cats.
So anyway, yes, you go into this long roadhouse, and there's
A gleaming
everything is
endowment.
just covered in dirt and leaves. You can see that some areas have like at least like in the past year, maybe 2 years, have been like swept, but it's gained enough dirt that it's still pretty dirty in there. Sections of it are roofless because trees fell. Nobody's there to help maintain the building. But you get to a point where you get to a bunk room that was pretty well in shape. You can make up cots and that kind of thing. Do you guys want to explore the tavern at all, or just get in there and make yourself some beds? There's also a hearth.
I know Ulf has prestidigitation, right? I've seen him use that.
You've seen him use it, yeah.
Which can also conveniently be used to start fires, I believe. So,
I think so, yes.
That's correct.
where's that thaumaturgy?
No, it sounds like it's because you can like turn off lights or candles and stuff like that, so you can mess with fire.
Yeah. And so she'll like point to the the bunk room and she'll be like, can you do that thing with the where it gets all like clean and stuff?
Oh, yeah. I mean, You usually set up camp, so I guess it's my turn. I'll clean up some places. Just little ones though. You're small.
He pulls out like a single feather and like tries to use
Just
that.
dusts it
Yep.
like a detective.
Are there any rafters in here?
Yes, there are rafters.
We're gonna sleep up there. Grim and I.
Do you ride
Okay.
him up? Do you ride him up the ceiling?
No.
You. That's a bit much. But yeah, no, you can like climb on the bunk beds and you can easily get up on the rafters. I'm not gonna make you roll for anything like that. They're sound enough. The building seems to be, even though it's old and been abandoned for a couple decades, it still has enough integrity to it that you have no ill feelings for sleeping up there.
All right.
As Ulf like cleans around, you see him dust away some dust of like dirt that was in this like etching into the stone hearth, and it just says Meg's Hollow Tavern.
What was
The
it
name
called?
Meg's Hollow Tavern is in like a mountain hollow.
Guys, this tavern is hollow.
A
Hollow?
gleaming endowment.
Gonna make it hollow.
I would say we should take this tavern as well, but our previous tavern endeavors as entrepreneurs did not go as planned.
Also,
Did you talk all of your patrons to death?
No, a quite angry little dwarf came and attacked us with an axe. She chopped at my manhood.
I can see how that would be a problem.
Also, Garganimal donates $10 and says 1 crit for everybody but Ulf if he really thinks he takes the high road, or 3 crits for Ulf if he admits he actually follows the low road.
Nonsense. Deny.
So then myself, Madfish, and Ginger Ninja, you all have 1 crit in the bank you can apply at any time.
That's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh.
I love when they give us ultimatums.
That's great.
It is fun.
And I think
So you guys are.
yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
there's a long row house, bunk rooms, kind of like a hostel situation. Bunk rooms.
Yes, you could tell like there were individual rooms, but those were up on like the second floor that got caved in,
Gleaming
whereas the bunk rooms were on the
endowment.
first floor and are pretty spacious, so you guys can all sleep in one area.
So Mike, this is for you to put in sometime today. Trolls Menden says a fierce goat mount from one of the PC's backstory wants to join the party. Its life goal is to be a noble war mount for a hero of the lands. It can start with dragging a small cart, and that it has with it, but is not feared about going into combat. So
What?
a tiny goat appears, a small goat.
A tiny goat?
Goat, yes.
I thought you said ghost. Okay,
Nope.
so fierce, tiny.
Yep,
Goat.
who's dragging a small wagon, and he's from one of our backstories. I have a feeling it's Ulf's. Because why wouldn't he know a goat?
Dragging a small what? A
Cart.
small cart?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you need me to talk to him, I can.
What the shit?
What? You don't speak goat?
No, I sure don't. I sure don't.
Nerds.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
You gotta work that in somehow, in there. Some crazy possibilities there. Yeah, so I think quite distraught at the lack of patrons in this roadhouse for his performance, Tiberius sits down next to wherever Ulf is cleaning and begins regaling him with tales of a monk named Patrick S. Ways.
No, I heard about him. Even my dad, like he said, he was pretty awesome.
Yes, it was. He was quite a fighter. He had many attacks. Quick, rapid fire attacks, I would say. I believe he once fought a Doulahan. A part of them. A flock of Doulahan.
I don't think that's the right phrase.
A herd of Doulahan.
What did we come up with?
I've heard of Doulahan.
Yes, of course, a Doulahan.
So that's what Tiberius is doing, annoying Ulf while Ulf cleans.
And Ulf is surprisingly not annoyed.
For once.
I will, when he says, like, this would be a tavern, I'm gonna go digging around. Just digging around the place, like looking for maybe some secret stuff they might have hidden, or
Sure. Yeah, give me an investigation roll. You go digging around and you just find, you feel like you're able to find like loose floorboards where things would have been hidden, but you can tell something's been taken out. Like you can see like the old chest in there, not chest, but like a small box, and it's empty.
worth a try.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to give us any more stuff before you guys camp for the night?
Is anyone hungry? We can go hunt. I don't know what they have on their person.
They would have food rations, but if you want to go hunt, you can absolutely go and hunt and
Okay.
say, "Hey, fuck your food rations! I hunted. You're gonna eat this.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat
Okay.
this tiny goat."
May not be there in the morning.
I could eat.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want me to...
Oh, to do that, what is it for hunting?
Survival.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a survival roll. You go out for the evening. You spend maybe an hour. It's just not the right time of day. The sun's already kind of set, and most animals are back at their either roost if they're a turkey, or whatever they're bedding if they're a deer. So you don't really see anything. It's
Okay.
really quiet.
That's the reason you don't have guns in your house. You're clearly no hunter.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I'm a hunter. I kill things.
Bitters, I like how you laughed hardest at your own joke in chat. I watched you type it, and then I watched you laugh to yourself on mute, and then I...
I was laughing at Mike, but I'll take it.
Oh, Christ. Come for the D&D, stay for the comedic value.
Yeah. So I'd also say you have plenty of rations yourself, Lauren. So you guys, even though you didn't get anything for the hunt, you still have food. It's just nice to have fresh meat
Fresh hot meat.
going into the mountain.
So what's this? Is it just like a grungy, nasty place, or is it frequently used by travelers?
No. So it's pretty grungy, but it's people. You can tell like throughout the years, people have stayed here. Like you can tell like it's been swept and people have stayed here. You might even see like, jars that once held maybe food of some sort. They're traveling, so they had things in jars.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe
Tiberius,
old kegs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Tiberius realizes he doesn't actually know how to cook, and he is going to eat trail rations.
Okay.
Rather than clean up and cook in this place, he's just going to not do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's going to eat trail rations and find one of the least moldy beds to roll his bedroll out over.
Sure. Yeah. No, the most of the bedding is pretty well gone, but the frame is still there, so you at least aren't sleeping on the floor. So you can opt for that rather than something that's a little bit musty.
Well, and Ulf,
Ulf also cleaned up the place with prestidigitation.
A very small place for Sylvie.
Well, he'd have probably gone around and made sleeping arrangements for everybody,
Nice.
except Lola, because she's clearly good with like the mess.
Yeah.
So,
and also she's sleeping
She's in the rafter.
apparently.
Yeah.
So.
well,
Well, I just met you guys. I'm just keeping an eye on things.
That's fair. I would
Nope.
too.
Totally legit.
yeah, I
So you
don't
guys
expect that to change.
Especially that goat.
Sylvie character.
I don't trust him.
She steals from people. You should just hold on to your belongings.
I can hear you.
I said Sylvie. She steals from people.
Yeah.
Also, Tiberius can't whisper. He
Yeah,
just talks less loud. Is what happens.
Yeah, she heard him say that. It's just like, whatever.
So you guys are getting ready to turn in for the night. Are you guys going to set any watches, or are you guys just going to take shelter in the hoose?
We should probably take watch.
Okay. What would your watch order be now that you have a fourth person?
I can take last watch.
Well, she's also an elf with dark vision, right?
Yep, she is. So you guys would assume the darkest part of the night is the best time to have her also on a watch.
Because
My
I
pet
don't.
watch as well. He has night vision or dark vision.
Yes.
I would
However,
say
it's an active thing, and I don't think an animal has the capacity for that.
you could do if her panther watches at the same time as her, she gets advantage on any perception rolls.
Yeah, I was gonna say your difficulty would severely drop if you use your cat because better hearing, better sight, smell, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But no, when it comes to watch it, it has to be a sentient.
Okay.
Can't even talk.
Got it.
Sentient person. There we go.
I'll take either first or last whenever there's some light where I can see because I don't have dark
Yeah,
vision.
I think it was this. The watch used to be
Sylvie,
Sylvie, Ulf, Tiberius. So now it's just Sylvie, Ulf, Lola,
Lola.
Tiberius.
All right.
Alrighty, so that is the watch. So we're going to go in order. I want a d20 from each person, just to see how their watch goes. So we'll start off with Sylvie. 1 d20. 13, nothing happens. Ulf, 1 d20. Things happen.
Nailed it.
You sure did.
Does a goat wander into camp?
God damn it, Mike. Fucking Christ.
Especially since it's on Ulf's shift too.
Yep.
Oh, that crit couldn't happen to a better person.
So, Ulf, you're in the tavern, and you hear this sounds like a tiny, hooves kind of clopping around, and you hear like this, the squeaking like of wagon wheels. Except for it sounds a little familiar. Do you go outside when you hear this?
Probably like share a look with my my little skull pal. And,
Little skull pal.
and send him out.
Okay. So he goes out and he sees what looks like a tiny little goat carrying an equally tiny cart. Why does it look so familiar to you?
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, probably like Ulf is looking through Queck's eyes as he goes outside. And as soon as he sees this goat with his little cart, and it's the same cart, he just shouts inside the roadhouse, "Groat!"
Gross.
and goes tearing out the door like quite loudly.
Groat the goat.
Groot the goat. Totes. All right. So you run outside, and I assume you're like trying to pet the goat a little bit and see what's in the carts.
He probably, almost dive tackles the goat and hugs it. You smell just like you used to.
Which is such a weird thing to say.
Smell just like you used to.
What does it mean?
So I get woken up by this, obviously,
Yeah.
and oh my god, I'm sleeping. And then she'll grumpily go and her sword and go over there and see what's going on.
Yeah, so you see it's Ulf outside. He is rolling around in the road with this goat, smelling it. You smelled just like the old Cabbage Patches.
What about the cart?
The cart is actually empty. It's small. It looks like it maybe was carrying around an old keg.
Okay.
And they use this one goat to carry around a keg.
So cute. But then, he's obviously not. It might be a little creepy, but nothing bad is happening.
Sylvie, it's Groat.
What's gross?
You guys said I didn't have any friends, and it's another one of my friends. And you always say things are grody. Well, this is Groat.
Is he grody?
Grody.
He smells grody.
Oh. He can stay over there with you then.
What the fuck?
I'm going back to bed. And she
Yeah.
just goes back to bed.
Wake Lola, I'm gonna be out here playing.
Perfect.
She'll go back to Lola and just be like, oh my god. There's a goat
Oh, I know. I can smell them. Smell it. I just swing upside down on the rafter, shrug, and go back to bed.
If I had to guess, it smells grody.
Yeah. Alright. I'm just going back to bed. I just said I was going back to bed. So.
So everybody goes back to bed while Ulf's watch is continued.
Outside.
Outside. Okay. Yes, you're out there, you're rolling around having a good old time with the fucking goat named Groat. And the rest of your watch goes uneventful, at least for everybody else.
Nice.
So it's time for Lola's turn. You get woken up by a goat-smelling half-elf. And it's time for your watch. And give me a d20.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a very uneventful watch, except for every now and then you swear the goat and Ulf are like, they switch spooning positions a little bit. He's just sleeping with the goat right now.
Ulf is Little Spoon.
Ulf is Little Spoon, yeah, that's what I figured.
He likes those rock hard hooves.
How I keep warm in the woods, so meh.
Yeah.
And so that is the end of your watch. Tiberius, it is your turn. You have the morning watch.
Is it? Let's see
Yeah.
what happens. Yes.
Yes, things happen. Go ahead and give me a d12.
Yes. Oh, man. Let's see here. 12. An owlbear. I raspberry it immediately.
How'd you know it was an owlbear?
I'm just guessing because I made you fight an owlbear, Mike.
It's legitimately an owlbear on
That's
the table.
amazing. I have no idea what table you're using.
It's the one from the book.
Oh,
of the
okay.
adventure.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. That's great.
So you, in this watch, you can tell you can hear something rustling around. You can swear you hear. You're not sure if it's like hoots or growls, but you can hear it's something large too, and it's like knocking things over.
Would it sound
trying
like?
to smell.
Is it like Groot's?
Get out. Get out of the cabin.
You can leave now.
Guys, this has been unMadeGaming.
He gets killed instantly.
Oh, god damn it.
You can go get rid of them on your own, thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
So, at any rate, you go out. If you investigate, I don't know. You swear you hear a growl and a hoot kind of sound, like an owl.
Yeah, coming from where? Can I roll something?
Yeah, give me a perception if you want to know the location.
Sure.
You're not quite sure, but you're pretty sure it's coming from the western side, so the Phandelver side.
Okay. Are there windows on that side of the tavern?
They're mostly boarded up. However, if you want, you could probably look through like a broken part of it or a little.
Yeah, he's going to try to look outside before
Sure.
running blindly into the darkness because he can't really see very well. So
Yeah, go ahead.
13 through a slat.
13. Would your character be, in your opinion, have heard of owlbears before?
Man, I don't think owlbears come up in plays very often. So no.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. Do you want to try to identify what it is?
No, I just want to. Well, I just want to. Yeah, what am I seeing? Like,
so
what
you
is this?
see this massive body of what looks like a bear with feathers, but you don't see the face. You just see the shoulders and the rest all the way down to the rump. And it's like smelling around just the leaves, and like you can see it's like pushing things over. It looks like it's smelling at some.
Does it look huge? Is it enormous? How big
It's
is
a
this thing?
big creature.
It's a big creature.
It's a large creature. Yes.
Yeah, so in typical fashion of Tiberius, he's going to stand right where he is next to the window that is rummaging outside and say,
Everyone, it appears as though we have been under attack by some manner of monstrosity outside. Lola, do you own a bear also?
I could. You want me to go outside?
There is a feathered bear outside, rummaging through, I assume, trash cans.
Trashkins.
Can I try to go talk to it?
It looks quite ferocious.
You should totally go talk to it.
I won't stand against you. For Poppy's fighting a family of necromancers, for all I know. You could do whatever you'd like.
Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, no, you're a ranger, so I think you have speak with animal, right? Or beast
Animal
speak or something.
handling? No?
I think rangers, like especially as a beastmaster, you just kind of have that ability.
I don't think they do.
No,
Nope.
is it not a spell
No,
that you get?
It's a
I can
spell.
communicate with. I thought it. Oh.
Hold on. Let's primal awareness. You went with beastmaster.
The UA Beastmaster, Mike.
It's a chicken bear. Sorry, I'm reading that.
Shit, that's kind of important. Like, do you have the spell speak with animals?
I don't think I have any.
I
have
do
any
on your
spells.
spell tab.
The Walking Player's Handbook has confirmed with me that if she has that, she can indeed speak with animals.
She has Goodberry, Hunter's Mark, and Ensnaring Strike.
Just as an ability.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like that's totally a
Yeah.
ranger thing.
Sure.
Yeah. I just got confirmation.
Communicate with beasts and recognize you are a kindred spirit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you can totally talk with them. You can do that freely. So if you want to do that, you have two options in my jeez, having a hard time talking. As my suggestion, you can either go out stealthily or you can like proclaim yourself with however you like, with persuasion with advantage, because you can speak to it and it can understand you. So you can like go up to it and like try to speak to it, or you can approach it loudly and scare it off.
I'm gonna go halfway out and meet it.
Okay.
Without Grim, because he may scare it away.
Okay.
And just try to reason and see what, if it needs something or.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. You have advantage because of the your ability to actually speak with it and understand it. So that's a 17. You could tell by just speaking to it, you could tell it's hungry. And you could maybe give it some of your rations or persuade it to go somewhere else to find food. But you can tell it wants food.
Could I use my spell Goodberry and give it some berries?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think owls like berries. Yeah, so you and you just give it one berry. We'll say you give them a couple berries to fill up its stomach, and it's off, unless you want to talk with it further.
I can let it know that I'm going to feed it if it wants to be our companion, as long as it's friendly.
How does that work? I have to look that up. Creating,
or can I at least just have it finish out the watch for the night? Like, it can hang out here as long as it's not aggressive.
Yeah, I would say animal handling, Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me an animal handling to at least let it chill with you guys for the evening, or for the rest of the night. No. So you try to persuade it. You're like, come here, boy. Who's a good boy? Jimmy stuck in a well, and you kind of get him to close to the tavern, and it can smell the groat.
Every
Goddamn
groat.
The
Ruined
groat.
it for us.
The groat.
You can have it.
And it's an offensive smell, and it's like it just who growls away and runs off into the distance.
Well,
God,
was it a
fucking
foul
damn
stench?
it.
The goat, yes. The goat smells.
I got it.
Oh,
Thanks.
you would. It is, you shit. It's a chicken bear. So that was the best comment, I think.
So that happened. You guys successfully evaded the owlbear encounter, and the rest of your watch goes uneventful. As you see the sun coming up and up, you wake up the rest of the party, and you guys can continue your day. Probably everybody would start making some breakfast, and I'll turn it over to you guys. So what do you guys do? Do you tell anybody about the owlbear, by the way?
I mean, I shouted out to everybody that it was there.
Oh, that's true. I forgot that.
I did scream about it like a Nancy.
That's fair. I forgot.
It's okay, the women will take care of all the monsters.
There's a troll in the dungeon!
There it is.
That was for you, Bitters.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I guess, so, are you outside, Ulf, spooning with a goat?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of like probably took took Groat out to do his morning business.
So
Cleaned himself up because he's got to look presentable, but left Groat smelling like he does because he likes it.
yeah. So Tiberius walks outside for his morning stretch and just sees you feeding and watering a goat on a leash of some kind, I assume.
Elf, what are you doing with a wild goat?
He's not a wild goat. He's Groat. He was my friend when we were little.
I frankly don't believe you at all.
You have to believe me. He's right here.
No, I believe
Wait,
that there is a goat.
Wait, you can see him, right?
Yes, there is a smelly goat that is attached.
Hank. I was afraid.
Do you also have an invisible goat friend that I should know about, like your Quick?
No, you said you can see him. Quick.
That's what I said. So you just have a... I see that you have a cart. Where did the goat come from?
He followed me. Can I keep him?
Yes, Elf, you may keep the goat. You may
Can
keep...
you, like, clean him first?
No, he smells like home.
Does he
It's a-
also smell like Sean 5541?
your
Arise, and welcome to the graveyard.
I hope not.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, my lord. Oh, man.
This is what it appears as though we have a fifth companion today. Or
Yeah.
a sixth if you count the cat.
Well, at least we can put, like, camping stuff in the little cart or something, and then we just, like, don't have to carry it all.
Oh no, that's my cart. I used to ride around town like it was a charioteer, and it was awesome. And he can probably still pull me. He's strong. He's like a warrior goat.
Sylvie goes over to the little cart and gets in it. Does she fit?
Oh yeah, you can easily fit in it.
Would it actually hold Ulf?
At his current size, no.
Okay.
But you can tell, like, as a kid, it probably did. Fit
What
him
if he
just fine.
kneels?
I mean, Groat's gonna have a hard time pulling it, but he can try.
Ulf looks pretty satisfied seeing how Sylvie fits in there.
Yeah. So she's like, huh.
Groat, I heard, has one level in Barbarian, Mike, if that helps.
And he when Sylvie like sits in the cart and gets comfortable, he slaps Groat right on the ass. Go!
And they,
And they just, you guys just head off.
God damn it.
all right, she's gonna try and see if she can, like, control.
Yeah, give me an animal handling if you want to try to control it.
Okay. Because I don't want to, like, run into a tree or something.
Well,
Give me a nat one. Nah, not 20.
she's back.
You have full control of this Groat machine.
He loves me.
The Groat machine. It's a Grody,
Unfortunately-
it's a Grody cart.
Unfortunately, you're downwind, so
Oh yeah, no, you're just smelling all the Groat in your face.
Yeah, well, she's got...
You pull up the armor.
Totes my Groat.
Totes the Groot.
I'm not sorry about that one.
No,
Nice.
but you can turn the goat around and then head back to the party. And,
Yeah, I'll join up with them. And I'll go up to Ulf and be like, please clean him.
if I clean him, will you do that again?
Right around?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
All right.
yes.
You're like,
So-
what? You don't have to walk. You get to sit in this little cart and get pulled around. Well, I'm not going to say no to that.
By a battle goat.
By a battle.
Oh, Christ.
Fantastic.
So, anyway, do you guys set out? You guys
Yeah.
on the trail. So, Lauren, Lola knows how to get to this place. You know to head up about 5 miles, and then you want to start taking a separate trail that goes about 20 miles up to Old Owl Well. You know it'll take you the rest of the day to get there, but you can get there by nightfall. And you can you share that with the group if you so wish.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can explain all that to them, and then I can lead, and I'll have Grim just kind
Sure.
of follow behind a little bit, just in case.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know this area pretty well. You know the areas to avoid. You know like where predators like to, feed and drink. So you're able to take a safer route where you don't. I'm not going to make you roll on a random encounters table. And you guys spend the day. Anybody do anything during the day on this journey? Like this path is decent enough that even Grote can continue on it. He just can't run around. He's just walking with you guys at the same pace.
Survival, maybe go get some more food.
Sure, yeah. So you guys can stop about midday and start looking for some food. Go ahead and give me a survival. And I'll say with advantage since this is. I think you have favorite terrain here anyway, right? What's your favorite terrain? Mountains.
It was forests.
Forest. This is forested, so we'll say
Okay.
that's plenty. So 22. Yeah, you absolutely find some food. You would probably find some boar or a deer. Which would you think Lola would go for?
Probably boar. More
Boar?
meat.
Okay. There you go. So you guys find you find a boar. 22 survival. You nail it. You take it back, and if you so wish, you can start cleaning it and prepping it for dinner.
Okay. Yeah, as we walk, I'm just skinning it.
It's
Is it in the goat?
it's in the back of the grody cart.
It's sitting on top of Sylvie. Sorry.
He's a little too fast for that. You'd go to like put it on and she's just over there all of a sudden.
Grappling hook.
Yeah.
So at any rate, you guys go along. It's evening now. The sun's starting to go down. And you realize that you probably, because the sun is getting down, you're probably pretty close to Old Owl Well. What is your plan? Do you guys want to set up a camp and attack it at day? Do you guys want to try to attack it at night or scope it out and then decide?
So what does old Tiberius know about the Old Owl Well?
Give me a history check. Because you're a storyteller, advantage.
Sure. You know what? I'm gonna use my No, I'm not. I lied. I'm a liar.
19? Sure. So you know that it was built thousands of years ago. There's no real known origin date by a long vanquished empire. Old Owl Well is really a ruined watchtower, from what you've heard, and it's from the stories you've heard. It's really just a crumbling mess of stone, walls, and it's a broken stump, if you will.
Okay.
And it's fabled. It's called Old Owl Well. In the middle of this watchtower area is an old well, and it has delivered some of the best fresh water people have ever really tasted. But that's about it. You don't really know much about the long vanquished empire. You just know that it was part of the ancient ones, if you will.
Yeah. So I think on this walk, Tiberius is regaling everyone with his knowledge in historical prowess.
Sure.
He says,
It appears as though the Old Owl Well is just a small place inside of what was once a large tower belonging to an ancient empire. I believe that the many of these skeletons that are amassing here, and the Thunder Tree, and perhaps even the ghost from Crunchberry, they are all remnants of this long-dead empire. Perhaps even the necromancers are left over. It could be thousands of years old of undead. Oh, now I need you to keep your hands in your pockets, please. Don't touch anything. They could be full of disease and ancient traps. We should be careful.
I'm just touching everything.
But it's funny you say that because my dad used to tell me to keep my hands out of my pockets when I came across things like this.
Teenage years are a wonder to us all, Elf. I assume they are just as strange to a half-elf.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go there in the daytime because aren't they I don't know, meaner or something at night? And also we can't see, and also we've been traveling all day.
Sylvie, as always, you are a voice of reason. I agree.
Your second 2 points are true, but the first one is a common misconception. They're mostly just mean because they're dead.
Oh,
Can I scout ahead?
You can, yes. What are you trying? Are you trying to find the place? You know a good idea of where it's at. So are you trying to find it, or like scope it out, like actually go to it and check what's there?
I don't want to check what's there without the group.
Okay.
I kind of just want to like maybe like a half, like a good radius around wherever we're thinking, or maybe scout out the landscape for a good place to stay, like a cave or like an overhang or something in the forest.
Okay, so if you're looking for a place to stay, that would be a survival check, and it's at advantage because you're in favorite terrain. At least I'm going to say it is. So 14. You find a nice place to set up kind of a lean-to, if you will. It's like partially an overhang in the ridge, but you know that with a little bit of effort, you could set up some fallen tree boughs and set up yourselves a nice lean-to. So yeah, you totally find some shelter for the night.
okay.
Was there anything else that you were looking to do while you were in the boot?
She did the hunting already.
Trying to
so-
find a who's.
Yep,
No,
trying
I'm
to
just
find a who's.
mostly just making sure there's nothing around our area that's
Oh yeah.
problematic.
Oh yeah. So you're pretty familiar that with this area, and you can assume with the undead being here, there's not a lot of wildlife here.
Okay.
So you don't really have to worry about predators in the area. The only thing to really worry about is roving orcs. They're not far. They're usually to the south in the Sword Mountains, but you know they might make their way up here. And then the undead, of course, can be an issue because sometimes they wander.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else?
Nope. Tiberius.
So
is
it's sounding
just
like you guys
the
are-
one with the story time.
Okay. So it sounds like Gary's going to set up a camp a few miles away and camp out.
Yeah.
Sure. So you do so. If you any more to the narrative side of that, you're just regaling tales. You're doing a little bit of light hunting. I'm sure you're prepping a meal now, actually, with the boar. What is Ulf doing?
Pretending like he's listening to everybody, but he's actually got Queck, like with his dark vision, all invisible, like flying around to scout out the place,
Okay.
get a
Sure.
feel for fortifications and
Oh, of the actual.
undead populations, and
How far can he fly away from you? Like
I think it was a mile. Yeah.
I was going to say, it was a mile or was it 2? So when you go up and you look around, you can see that you can see the tower when you fly up. You know exactly where it is. Where you guys are, it's like northeast-ish. It's more north than northeast. And it's about 4 or 5 miles away.
Okay. Well, then that won't pan out as well as I'd hope. But,
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys are like 1 hex away. So
yeah, he's probably telling Grote about all his new friends. And,
if I was-
yeah, just so he knows. He
Just so
doesn't
he
want him out
knows.
of the loop. Yeah.
that's very considerate of Ulf.
Yeah.
And what is Sylvie doing for the evening?
Well, there's nothing to steal here, so
So she's just wallowing in that stuff with
Yeah.
the steel.
she's just gonna like fix her nails.
Just over there with a file.
Well, it helps her pick locks.
That's fair.
Fucking
Sure.
goddamn it.
But they're also like, painted and pretty sharp.
Sure. And after a while, I'm sure you like make a makeshift split and all that to cook a boar. So after a while, you guys have boar. Do you guys partake, or do you guys prefer the rations? None of you guys are against meat.
Nope.
No, fresh food is great.
Fresh food is good. I figured as much. So with that, you guys set up the same watch order. All of your watches go through just fine. Lola knows the reason why. It's because not much is out here to hurt you. So you guys, your night goes pretty uneventful. Every now and then you might hear some owls hooting, but overall it's very quiet. Actually, almost too quiet.
Dun dun dun.
But morning comes.
All right,
Back to you.
so I'll get all ready and get my dark clothes on and get all ready for sneaky sneak time.
Sure. Alrighty, so yeah, you guys know. So Ulf knows and Lola knows exactly where this tower is. The rest of you guys don't. So how do you guys go about finding this place? Do you admit where you guys know that exactly where it's at, or do you just kind of start heading out in the general direction? How do you guys handle that?
You said that Queck knew where it was, and Lola also knows where it is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Ulf would probably leave it to Lola. She's been doing good at leading so far.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Can I lead from the trees? With my bow out, just in case?
Lead from the trees? Do you mean like you're walking in the trees?
Yeah.
That would take acrobatics to be able to make it from tree to tree. 16. You do pretty well, but after a while, you realize that the gaps get bigger and bigger as the trees become more sparse as you go up the hill. But for a good while there, you do hop from tree to tree, and I assume the cat is on the trail with the rest of them, kind of watching you.
Yep.
Can I stealth my way there?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth. If anybody else wants to stealth, now's the time to do it because you guys are about that mile away.
What if I have Mask of the Wild?
You'll have to read that for me.
You can attempt to hide even when you are only lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist. So foliage.
Yeah, no, that'll count. You hide in with the environment. So we'll count that as... Give me a stealth with advantage, then.
There's a stealth. So no.
Yeah.
I'm wearing bright red among the trees.
Yeah, your hair is bright red, and you have a big cap. Do you have anybody have it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my 90 advantages that I have.
Yeah, there you go.
Stacked up.
What about Ulf? Does he have any advantages he'd like to use?
He does, but he's not going to.
Okay.
He's gonna kind of like lose everybody else, but he can still see Lola, so he's
He's just okay.
yeah. It's just like regaling her with tales
Sure.
from his past, mostly about Grope because he's fresh in his memory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I love
In the most mindless, droning fashion, though.
Mm. Well, yes, it's Ulf we're talking about. So at any rate, overall, the group stealth is a success, despite two rather low rolls. Who would be going the most forward? Would it be Sylvie? Would be going up the furthest to try and scout?
Yeah, I mean, as long as I know what way we're going.
Yeah. At this point, you're closing in, and you guys you kind of approach. You guys kind of crest this low ridge, and you see crumbling ruins of an old watchtower. It's so old. There's really only mounds of rubble left, and it looks like it's just the courtyard that's left. From what you can see at this distance, you're maybe 100 yards out, looking from the ridge. You can also see that a colorful tent is set up in the middle of the courtyard, but you don't see any persons in sight.
And if you look to your right, you're pretty sure you have seen Tiberius again in full camouflage, and he has somehow pinned his ears up and has reassumed the role of Barthion, son of Ekadir.
How did he have the time?
What are you doing? I have no idea what's going on.
In a previous episode, we needed to stealth and be tactical, so he pretended to be an elf ranger with his acting skills, and I succeeded at all of it. It was fine.
Method actor.
It's fine
I'm
because
slightly offended.
the half elf said it was fine. He said it wasn't racist.
No, you really didn't.
That's not how that works.
So he has disguised himself as a wood elf, and he has pinned his ears up, and he got a wig, and he is now completely camouflaged with a natural 20 on stealth.
I'm just gonna look at Grim and just roll my eyes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so he's
man.
commando crawling beside you, Sylvie. Up to the top of the ridge.
So if you guys, anybody who's trying to do this scouting trip, give me a perception. 16, 9, 5. Unless you want to use any kind of advantage of crits. So that's a 16, 9, and a 5. So unfortunately for Lola and Fish, you guys just aren't channeling your inner scout.
Your inner
Whereas-
Barthion.
your inner Barthion, whereas Tiberius has somehow, and this explains bardic magic altogether. It's that he somehow convinced himself that he was so good at being an elf that he now was able to see like an elf.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how bardic magic works. And you can see that there's nobody there, like you did before, but you swear that you see something move in a slow, sluggish manner. And you might even hear some light groaning. And it sounds like it's coming, yes, and it's coming from within the rubble.
Let me... Yeah, so he's commando crawling up to the top of this ridge, and he just slowly like reaches through like some semblance of leaves that he's cobbled together in his costume kit. He's reapplied the Barthion costume. He reaches back and he unslings his crossbow, and then just slowly like sniper aims at whatever this sluggish thing is. And as long as it's in with 120 feet, I can attack this thing with disadvantage.
You guys tell me, would you have gotten within 120 feet of
Well,
this
how far is the ridge away from the place, right? That's where we stopped, is the top of the ridge.
Oh, you just stopped there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's maybe 50 yards. So how far away is 50 yards? That's more than...
3 feet in a yard.
Yeah.
So 150?
Yeah. So it's just without distance, but if you want, you could try to commando crawl up and see if you can make a
yeah,
shot.
is it like a sharp decline, this ridge? What's the situation on this ridge?
No, you could assume that you can combat crawl down.
Okay. So if it's out of range, he reslings he gets his sight picture in and he reslings his crossbow, and he stands up and he quickly looks to everybody and he says, and then he immediately starts to walk down this embankment.
Just walk, like not try to hide himself or
Yeah.
stealth or anything.
No.
Did anybody get the... No, I didn't think so.
All right. Well, he's walking out in the open, so I'm gonna follow him, but I'm gonna stay stealth.
Actually,
Okay.
how steep is the embankment, Mike?
It's about 30 feet until you get down to a part that's a little bit gentler.
Okay.
But if you take your time, you can do it. I'm not going to... Unless you want to, like, run down it, you just
He
do
doesn't
it.
take his time, and just like Cragwell Castle, he's going to Legolas with a 9 down the mountainside.
Can I
So-
do the same but go around?
Yes,
Like
you can.
flank the other side with him?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you totally do it. You totally show him up.
I just
you're
slide
doing,
down faster and go
Yeah,
around
you just
the
like
other
slide, you
side.
hide behind a tree.
It's
you
like
slide
a
to the
race.
next tree. Exactly, and you beat him almost, except for he gains speed. Like so, he's like trying to do the thing you're doing, but he fucking slips back.
The less
like it was a
graceful.
banana. It was like it was a banana peel, and he's just sliding down the ridge, and you guys get to the bottom about the same time.
And as soon as, like, I assume he, like, falls and he's, like, tumbling a little bit.
Yeah,
Then as soon
yeah.
as he tumbles to the bottom, he just assumes the commando crawl and just starts moving again like it didn't even happen.
Give me a performance check.
Absolutely.
You're also disguised, so I'll give you
25.
You don't even need it.
Yeah, so
You
he
don't
just he
recover.
slides down, eats shit, and just rolls, and then he's just like... You would think that he slipped on purpose for dramatic effect.
That's amazing.
Parkour.
What did you roll? Like all +7, so you
Yeah, I have a
rolled an
+7
18.
to it. And this is how Tiberius has lived this far. Accidentally.
I'm accidentally alive, guys.
Yep. I'm accidentally alive. It's a new Counting Crow song.
So you
yeah,
go
so he's
down.
crawling.
You're at about 120 feet at this point. You still have a pretty decent shot, and at this point you might see. It looks like a gray person, kind of. Not like the gray person you saw the other day, but it's like a human that's gray.
Oh,
Like
okay.
skin is
yeah,
gray.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look closely before I just shoot it again.
Sure. Give me perception. 13. It looks human. But you also know that there's rumored undead in this
yeah,
area.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was performance that he rolled.
Oh, you did
Oh,
roll
that sure
performance.
was. Sorry.
Go ahead and give me an
it'd
actual
be-
perception.
Or just -3 on that. Your
It's
call.
up to you. You can either take 3 off of that, or you can roll and see if you get better. So 12.
12.
Yeah, so you see the same thing. It's gray human,
Okay.
and you do know that there are supposedly undead in the area.
I'm gonna pull my bow out.
Okay, yeah.
Because I have plus to humanoids. Just in case.
These are technically undead, so...
Oh, we've established that it's definitely...
We haven't.
Well, we haven't,
Okay.
but just so you know,
Okay.
they're totally zombies, not zombies.
So
guys.
Tiberius pulls out his crossbow, and then he looks over to Lola, and he does this. As if it means something, and then he readies to shoot this humanoid.
All right, I'll get my bow out too.
You get your bow out as well?
Did
Okay,
anyone
what's
else
Ulf doing?
Did anyone else come down the ridge?
Yeah,
Is there a goat just careening down this cliff?
Ulf was taking the slow route to help the goat because he's goats are pretty good with hills and stuff.
To help
But
Groat.
he's got
Not
he's
the
got a
party.
wagon behind him.
Yeah, Groat, not the party.
Well,
Goatly
I
guys.
mean, yeah.
Sylvie was following Tiberius, but she was sneaking behind him. So,
she was actually being quiet, yes.
yeah. So she's got her bow. So you guys probably wouldn't even. I'm not sure if you would even know where she is, depending on your passive. So I think I was 16.
Yeah, she had a pretty good stealth. So yeah, are you just gonna fire, Tiberius?
Yeah, he made whatever signal he made towards Lola. Assuming,
Okay, yeah. So Lola, what would you do when he
assuming
goes?
she knows exactly what range or hand signals he was using.
Enjoy
Can I
your
get Grim to
stay.
just kind of like dig at the other side from kind of far away at the bottom of the pile, see if it moves? Like while we're all aimed at it, just get him to kind of like paw at it.
Paw at
The rocks, paw some of the rocks off.
of
like
what?
Isn't it under rubble?
Oh, the rubble is up ahead. The rubble's about 100
Oh,
yards
okay.
up ahead. Yeah.
I'm just gonna spread farther away on the outside to like head
Okay.
towards it.
Sure. So you go around. We'd say you head east a little bit to the eastern side. You're still like maintaining a line of sight with Tiberius, but at this point you actually see that there's more than one gray human-looking thing. And if you want to give a perception, you can.
Okay.
And I think that's also like you also have. Okay, so 14. Yeah, it's gray humans. You've heard that there are undead here. You're hearing the groans. You're seeing how they're moving. You have a pretty decent idea that these are zombies.
You also have a pretty decent idea that Red 3ID just followed a rise. Welcome to the graveyard.
Mike looks so sad every time.
It's the greatest thing, isn't it?
I didn't realize how much I loved how sad he
Yeah,
was every time.
that's why I do it every time, because I feed off of
That's
his
not
negative
why.
emotions.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah,
You suck.
yeah.
Can I just shoot one of them? Try to shoot one in the head?
So yeah, if you want to, you can try to beat Tiberius to the punch.
I will be going on the other side.
How
Past
far
Tiberius.
away? Okay, so how close would you get? Originally, you were about 120 feet away. How close would you get with your longbow?
15
Okay.
feet?
Oh, you're gonna get real close.
Like 15, 20 feet from the closest one that, like, to us.
Okay, yeah, though that's totally different then. Yeah, no, you totally get up there. What? So at this point, you're changing what you're doing. So give me a new stealth roll to see how you do. We'll say with advantage because you can hide into the natural 20.
Nice.
You are very hidden. Tiberius, you actually lose track of where Lola went.
This is bullshit.
Ninja.
And so you just like you do this and you go like this, and by the time you go to look back to see if she got the hand signals, she's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, though.
So we can exactly. We can try to time this where like you guys accidentally shoot at the same time because you just or it's up to you if you think Tiberius would move or do anything.
Yeah, I mean, would I see you leave? Like, do your scout away thing, and that's why I lost you when you like went behind a tree or some shit?
Well, you made eye contact. You probably looked back
That's
at it.
true.
You went to say something else, and
Yeah.
I was just gone.
So yeah, if you're just gone when he looks back, he assumes you picked up exactly what he wanted you to pick up, and as soon as he lost sight of you, that's when he fires. And if that's,
Okay.
if that's at the same time, then great. If not, also great.
Well, I could still see him,
Yes.
so I
Yep.
could time it.
Yeah. So you can see like you get maybe 30 feet away, and you can see him. Okay, this time he's getting for real. He's getting a bolt out, and he's going for it. So you get about 30 feet away. You see like there's 3 or 4 more than the original. Yeah. So you guys can give me your attack rolls. Tiberius's will be at disadvantage because of the distance.
120 feet is my range.
Is that the full range or is that the
Oh yeah,
disadvantage
yes,
range?
you're right. Sorry, you're right.
Is
Yes.
that what I was supposed to roll?
Yes, that is. Perfect. So you definitely hit. And unfortunately,
Tiberius doesn't.
does not.
But okay.
And then
So-
for you, Lauren, click on where it says longbow 1 on the chat, and it will do your
Yep.
damage.
And did I get a shot off too?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, you can also get a shot off. What'd you get? Oh, yeah, no, you definitely got it. What's your range? 8320? How would you have gotten 80 feet away? Would you have known your ranges? Okay.
Yeah.
So you would have headed west a little bit, and yeah, you get.
Yeah, I was
9.
like, I saw the ranger going this way, so
Sure.
I went that way. And Tiberius always keeps the attention in the middle.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You guys know about
was-
triangulation, just like triangulating the necromancer babies.
Exactly.
exactly.
She and I planned this. He was the bait.
Yeah, exactly.
Wolf is probably coming down the ridge, like just behind Tiberius.
With a cart.
just as
Yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah.
And he like sees this happen. He's just like, that's the difference between playing a ranger and being a ranger, you know.
Shut up, Ulf. So yes, you guys loose your arrows, and you hit them like good chest shots, but they keep on trudging. And at this point, they kind of turn around and they kind of look for where you guys are. You guys are pretty well stealthed. Let me see. You know what? Let me. 16. That's pretty good. They kind of get a smell for Groat. They kind of look to the south towards Groat, and they start shuffling around a little bit. And 2 of them are just walking there with arrows stuck in their chest, like zombies do.
Like
At this point, the attention's actually like they're moving away from you a little bit, Lola. But at this point, you see like 4 more come out. So there's a drove of these. It's not just the 4 that you saw. There's like 8 or more. And at this point, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Now, when you see them shuffling towards you, let's hold up a second. When you see them shuffling towards you, Tiberius, would you start going towards them, or how would you react? Vaguely in your and Ulf's direction.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Bartheon, son of Ekadir now, so it's fully in ranger mode, takes over like you wouldn't believe. So
Yeah.
as soon as he sees them round
don't
on
believe
him, he slings his crossbow and he removes Tressedar's talon rapier, and he shouts some manner of things like, "By the light of Corellian, be smote!" And he extends his arm towards them and shouts, and begins to slowly and casually walk forward.
Our plan's working, Sylvie.
Ulf, what are you doing in this situation?
He probably like pulls his staff off his back. One of the skulls just disappears, and he kind of points in a direction as he sends Quack. That's his name. Yeah, I forgot. Sends Quack like off to the midst of them invisibly.
Okay, sure.
And I'd like to cast mage armor on myself off that.
Go
staff.
for it. Yeah, you sure can. I forget how many slots it takes, but you have the
Just the one.
just the one. Okay. Alrighty, yeah. So whatever that makes your AC, it is that.
Surprisingly high now.
Surprisingly high. Sweet. All right. Plus you have the cloak, which is magical.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. So, yeah. Do you also move forward, or do you kind of like keep a distance?
Yeah, I'd probably stick with Tiberius.
Okay. So I didn't want you guys to have like 100 feet. So we'll say that the distance right now is about 50 feet until you get to the zombies, or the zombies get to you. So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Do we have a battle map or a token?
No, we're not going to use that. We're just going to use a turn order thing.
Boop.
Okay, so Sylvie got a 5.
Good numbers, guys.
Yep.
Stuff. It's good stuff.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot.
What'd you do? Breaking it?
No, you can't. You have to.
You have to have a token.
You have to have a token. If you just go to like another map.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. I took myself. Oopsies. We're gonna go to where you guys use dragon horses.
Are we? It's
Yep.
just a white page now.
Scroll up.
Oh, hey, it's our old shopping cart.
Yep, your old shopping cart.
Oh yeah, that's our carriage.
Memories.
Sorry, give me a second, folks. I am just setting up. So there's you. Alrighty.
Remember that one time we had horses, guys?
Add turn. Okay. So we already have a Sylvie right there. We already have a Tiberius right there. Do we have an Ulf? Where the hell's Ulf?
He's up by Poppy.
Oh, there he is. Okay, so we have all you guys right there. So go ahead and never mind. We already did our initiatives. Except for Ulf. I don't have yours. Yes, I do.
Yes, it is 17.
Shut up. Shh, 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 shh. Shh. Ulf got a 17. Tiberius got a 6. And, wow, you're just not having good rolls tonight, Lauren.
She got that crit. It's not going to go.
Well, shut up.
All right.
Oh, wow. That's a 1. They will be going last. Lolo, there you go. Perfect. All right, sorry for that setup, guys. Come on. Why isn't it saving? There we go. Okay, Ulf, the initiative is yours. They're about 50 or so feet away.
Is it just me? I can only see Lola and them on the turn order.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
How do I fix that?
Add them all individually, I guess. I don't know.
Are we on the right? Are they on the right layer?
Oh, no, it's because Lola is visible to everybody, and Mike puts everyone private on their character
Oh,
sheets.
so you guys can't even see the turn order that way, huh?
Nope.
Huh,
As long as,
I did not.
as long as you can see it.
I did not see that. I don't like that. So
Yeah.
I get that now. So all players can see her. We're gonna fix that right now.
Yeah, I personally don't care if anybody sees my character.
Yeah. Edit. Sorry, it's gonna take me a second here, guys.
Guys, so while Mike's fucking off as a terrible, terrible DM, I'll remind you guys, if you look down on the bottom left and bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see our micro goals, and we are goddamn close. We are 1 follower away and 4 retweets away from everyone on screen getting advantage. So feel free to hit that follow button if you guys like what you see. We do this twice a week, and then we do a 12-hour stream of this nonsense every month. That 12-hour stream goes to help Extra Life charities and the... We support Hasbro Children's Hospital, which is where we are locally, but it helps sick kids not be sick anymore, so you get to feel great and do fun stuff. Also, if you look down in the center of the screen, you can see that we are over our donation goal. The donation goal is for everybody. Anyone that donates can be entered to win a free shirt from our merch store, which is a pretty goddamn cool shirt. Actually, we have several shirts coming out in 2017, so keep a goddamn eye out. We have one for our number 1 mod, KW Frags, coming out. This might be news to one Mr. Bitters, but we have a shirt coming out for our number 2 mod as well. We also have several other fun shirts coming out that will annoy Mike, and I will make him wear because he is my China doll, and I will dress him up.
Are we also real close on that sub goal with a Volo's Guide giveaway?
Oh, that's
I
true.
think we are,
I think
yeah.
we have we're like 2 people away for our sub goal. So here, I'll put this in chat right now. If we hit 20 people, if we hit 20 people, if we strike them, if we hit 20 subs, all of the subs are entered to win Volo's Guide to Monsters, and not Volo's Guide to Magic, which is what I keep saying, because that doesn't exist in this edition. Yeah, so if you guys want to sub, you get, it's $5 a month. You get 500 souls every month. You get extra souls in chat. You get 1 free crit or botch to give away every month. 1 free advantage or disadvantage to give away every month. You get exclusive access to our voice and chat for subscribers, and any other fun, cool subscriber shit we just throw out there at random. So yeah, feel free to do that if you guys want to support the show and be rad-ass dudes. That is ass-dudes. Yeah. So Mike, are you done fucking off and being awful?
No.
Okay. Just curious.
Okay.
We still can't see those initiatives, so
No?
nope.
I edited everybody.
It's because it's because we rolled them before you did that.
Well, all right. That's too bad then.
It's totally fine.
Ulf, you're up.
I mean, in this series of adventures he's been on, he's come across ghosts and skeletons and now zombies. Like Ulf is so happy right now. so happy that his staff just kind of like goes off at the zombie that with the arrows in it of its own volition.
Yeah. You sure do. 6 damage. Now, which are you just hitting a fresh zombie that you see, or are you going to try to aim for one of the ones with arrows in them?
The one with the arrows in it, yeah.
Okay, so one of them...
So, that's true. Sorry, Mike, to interrupt you. But Garganimal is correct. In the Unearthed Arcana Ranger, they have Natural Explorer, and she has advantage on all initiative rolls. So, Lauren, go ahead and roll initiative again and take the high.
Yep.
Oh, actually, and my bow gives me advantage on
Your
initiative
bow
It
rolls.
sure does.
Initiative. So
Yes,
look at
so
that.
go ahead and give me 2 more.
And I roll the same thing.
That's amazing.
Okay, so you'll just, for this time, you're going to go after Ulf, but starting next turn, you'll go before him. So we'll just do that for now. Okay. So you hit one of them that was already struck. We'll say that you hit the one that was on Sylvie's side, and it is, you can just see it crumble.
And go flying
Yes.
10 feet back because I'm awesome like that.
Sure. 1 second. I think it gets to make a con save.
Mike, just change my initiative.
What's your initiative?
It was 6.
Why does it keep going down to 1?
If we re-roll initiative, you can change it manually, and then you can put us in the turn order. We can see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing here. So 6.
Yep. And then Bitters, if you want to click on your character and re-roll your initiative, and then Mike can change it down to 17.
Or
Enjoy your stay.
And while you do
forgot to
that,
click it. Damn it.
and while you do that, I will welcome Rise minion, and welcome to the graveyard. I don't know how to say that name, so Far-Or. Nailed it. Arise. Welcome.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
guys, that means we just hit 5 out of 5 followers, which means everyone on screen gets advantage.
That's
So, and we bump up to 10 followers.
Damage taken. Okay, so as you strike this this zombie, you obliterate it. You can tell that you hit it well. When it lands 10 feet away, it still crawls around, and it's starting to like try to pull itself up on the rubble.
Hey, you guys, there's zombies.
Hey, you guys.
So that is your turn, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Lola, it is your turn.
So is that one is still alive and there's another one that's still kind of close to us?
There are, you see at this point now, there are what looks about 10 to 12 zombies heading towards Ulf and Tiberius.
And that one is still alive, right?
Yes, the original zombie that you had shot is alive. You saw one zombie that had another arrow in it. Looks smaller, looks like it's Sylvie's. You saw that one get blasted away with this like thunder clap to its chest. And it flew 10 feet back, but kind of got up and like half its head is missing.
Can I have Groot finish that one off? Or, sorry, Grim. I said Groot.
Yeah, he could make his way up there. Go ahead and make whatever attack that would be.
Would it be a stealth as well, so he doesn't alert the rest of the zombie horde?
Yes, if he's stealth, go ahead and... what would his... Yeah, he's pretty stealthy. You rolled really well on that, didn't you?
He actually has a stealth stat.
Oh, okay, he does have a stealth stat? Give me a stealth stat. 18, yeah. You are very... He is very well stealthed. He kind of like moves around, because you guys are flanking him at this point. Go ahead and do your whatever attack you want to do with him.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, you kill him. What was that, a bite?
He just like took a chunk out of his throat and like pulled him back down to the ground and just like, you know
Yeah.
how sharks thrash? He just like thrashed him and then
Yeah.
backs back to me a little bit.
Nice. And he's just got undead ichor in his face.
Tasty cakes.
And then I'm going to try to hit one of them to kind of confuse it, whichever one's closest to them.
Now, for your animal to attack, is that a bonus action?
It's not. Actually, it's,
Oh, okay.
Under
I
the
think
new
I think it
rules.
just attacks on her turn.
Okay.
Actually, sorry.
I'm
forgot.
not too familiar
Yeah,
with
no,
you.
I forgot too. The Panther actually rolls his own initiative, so we'll do that next round. But
We'll do that next time, yes.
it does.
For now,
It
he
does
acts
have
on...
its own turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay,
if
good enough.
you tell it to attack, it will do its best job to attack.
Yes.
Okay.
But you, on your turn, do have on your first turn, you have advantage to anyone who hasn't attacked yet. So you can attack, and you have advantage on anyone.
You have advantage for it. Yep.
Okay. So can I hit whichever one is closest to them to try to like get it away from them, or like maybe distract it?
Yeah, you can try. You can hit one of them. There's one that's kind of straggling, if you so wish. 20? Yeah, you hit it. Go ahead and give me a damage roll. Just go ahead and click the longbow
That
plus
thing
1.
under.
Yep.
My bad.
6 piercing damage. Okay. Let me just make sure we don't have any stupid shit going on here. Okay, yeah, they don't have, like, immunities. Yeah, so you take a good chunk out of it. What's the wrong number? Okay. You give it a good shot. It's in the chest again. It's a little bit low, so it kind of, like, hits it in the guts, and it's still staggering along. At this point, he kind of, like, looks over at you and, like, kind of starts tumbling your way. Caldwell, it is your turn.
It sure is. What is the closest? How far away is the closest one?
So at this point, yeah, I would kind of imagine like things are still moving, even though it's other people's turns. It's about 50 feet away, though.
Okay.
Safely 50 feet away.
50 feet away? That sucks.
50, yeah. So it's just outside. You'd have to dash to get close enough to it. Or you may use a spell or something.
Yeah, he is going to look at his spells and figure out what the fuck to do.
Does Tiberius have his Targe out right now?
It's strapped to his arm, so yeah, I would have.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he would have had taken that off for his costume.
No, he just put like leaves on it.
He just put leaves on it? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm sure Rangers can wear targes.
I think Rangers can actually use shields.
Yeah, they can. Yes. So I am going to walk forward my full distance, and I am going to put my hand to my chest and raise my rapier and say, I'm going to say, Corellian's light resides within me, and I will cast heroism on myself.
Okay.
So I am unable to be frightened, and I gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier at the start of every turn.
Okay.
Yep. That's it.
So your temporary hit points goes up each turn?
No, so temporary hit points don't stack, so my
okay, so if they deplete, you can regain them.
Yeah, so
okay.
I regain a maximum of 3 every turn.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how that spell in particular was going to work.
Yeah, that's how temporary hit points work all the time. You always take the higher one, and they don't add up. So even if I two people cast heroism on me, it's only the one, whichever one's higher.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, you do that. Sylvie, it is your turn. You can pick off one of these, or so you assume.
Yeah, they're too far away from me. Well, they're 50 feet away, right?
That's from Tiberius. From you, they're about 60 to 80, depending on which part of the herd you're looking at.
Yeah, then even with a dash, I couldn't make it. So.
That's if you don't want to use your bow.
Yeah. So I'm going to walk my 25 feet just to get a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be sneaky with it, if I can be. I don't know if I
you rolled a pretty good stealth, right? I think as a group, you guys rolled a pretty decent stealth, so you can sneak around a bit.
Also, Tiberius shouted at them, and they're walking.
Yeah, exactly, and they're very distracted at the moment.
Okay, so I'm going to get him with my short bow. Would I get... Oh, no, I'm not going to get him with my short bow.
You actually do get them with the short bow. What? Their AC is super shit because they're crumbling corpses.
Okay, do I get a sneak attack on that then? Because I'm from hiding?
Yes, you technically do, so go ahead and give me sneak attack 10.
Oh. That was crap.
Nah, it's not bad. It's still stumbling along. You hit it pretty decently. You get it like in the shoulder, and part of its arm starts to fall off. It's pretty gross.
Better than nothing. And then I will use my bonus action to hide.
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Yeah. Do I have to roll stealth again, or you want to roll stealth again? I can do that.
No. You're already in hiding. We'll say that you're still successfully hidden.
All right.
I don't have a problem with that. So now we're going to go to their turn, and they're going to spend most of their turn walking towards Tiberius. How far did you walk, Tiberius?
My full 30 feet towards them.
30 feet? Okay. So 2 of them can get to you at this point. So 2 of them are going to walk up to you, and they're going to try to, excuse me, they're going to try to give you an old, an old arm slam. For a natural 1, which fails, and a 10, which I assume has to fail.
Yes.
And the rest of them just kind of like shuffle along. One of them stays behind a little bit as it is a little bit distracted by this big black cat that came through and killed its undead buddy. But other than that, he doesn't have any active targets. He just kind of like was confused and then started walking away. So Lola, it is your turn. You have the one guy pretty close to you. He's about maybe 25, 30 feet away. You're muted.
Sure am. And that's the one guy that we both hit, right?
No. This guy is a totally different one.
Okay.
You killed the one that you're... Oh, I'm sorry, you had a second attack. Yes, this is the guy that you hit.
Okay. Yeah, Grim. Okay.
Yep.
Does Grim go first? I'm assuming then, since we're keeping with the...
Oh, yeah,
It's up
roll,
to you.
Roll for Grim.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for Grim. Sorry, roll an initiative.
He should have initiative on his sheet, I think.
I don't see that.
Oh, you just click his name? If it's like a monster sheet, then you would just click
There you
his
go.
name.
So yes, he does go at the same time as you do.
Yes, he does. All right, I'm going to go ahead and delete the Goblin Archer I was going to put on there for you to use. Yeah, so he goes. It's up to you. Do you want him... Yeah, you can decide right now. Do you want him to go first, or do you want to go first?
He can go first.
Okay, then go ahead and let Grim go first.
I'm gonna have him attack the legs to try to, like, unbalance him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me is that a bite attack, or is that, like, does he have claws?
I'll do a claw attack.
Does he have the Santa Claus? Yeah, no, you totally hit. Give me damage. 3 slashing damage. So he sweeps the legs, and he doesn't knock him over. However, he does a really... Now, are you trying to knock him over?
Yeah, I'm just trying to slow him down a little bit.
Okay, so with this, he just kind of, like, swipes the legs, and, like, the meat just falls off the back. And all that's left, and like they just hit legs. They just got out of the gym doing legs, and they can't quite walk right because their legs are so weak right now.
Okay. So he can't get back up? Does it look like he can
it's
get
not
back
down. He's just had his leg meat torn off. Like his calves are just gone now.
up? Okay.
your,
I'm gonna
from
try to
Grim's attack.
hit him again.
Okay, go for it. This is all the same target, so let's do this. Yeah, no, you definitely hit. Go ahead and give me damage. 5. Alrighty, 5 damage. You do a decent amount of damage to this thing, and it's still just going. You think that maybe if you aim at the head, you might get a better shot. However, it's also a more difficult shot. But this one is pretty haggard looking. It's just got old black ichor just oozing out of it.
Why is it gonna be that? Why is it gonna be racist, Mike?
Death isn't racist. Let's be real.
It's fair.
Suck that one. Ulf, it is your turn. How do you handle this onslaught of potentially new best friends?
I mean, there's so many of them. Remind me what the basic layout is. Like,
Sure.
Tiberius
So
has a couple on him.
So Tiberius has 2 on him. There's about 4 more, pretty close. They're like a good 10, maybe 15 feet away. And then beyond that, there's like their onesie twosies. And if you took the second to count, you'd think there's like 10, maybe 12. But you have 6 that are of most concern right now. 2 of them on your buddy, and 4 more not far behind those 2. The general layout is you're on a ridge coming down, and it goes to a flat area where there once was a watchtower on the next ridge down. Most everything is crumbled, so there's just piles of stone everywhere, and it's very old. So you can't even really tell that there was much of a tower here.
I think Ulf is gonna like walk up real carefully behind Tiberius because he's in battle mode, and he's kind of looking at the zombie fondly as he touches Tiberius on the shoulder. He says, if you're nice, you could be their friend. So he just casts that on Tiberius.
Perfect. So they have what, a disadvantage to hit me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Grants several benefits. Creatures of these types have disadvantage on attack rolls. You also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. So you have like double heroism, pretty much.
Sweet.
Just not the hit points. Okay. All right, that's fair enough.
Yes.
So that's an action, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have like Walk Among the Dead, right? So they already have they have to make a will save to attack you.
Yeah. Wisdom against DC 13 to attack me.
Okay. Good to know. Tiberius, it is your turn.
Yeah, Tiberius, like, swiftly looks over, like, with sharp eyes, sharp elven eyes, towards Ulf, and he says,
Yes, but killing them is what we need to do. We have to get through to the tower.
and he will slash with his, rapier at these men.
Sure. Give me an attack.
23.
Yeah, you totally do. Give me some damage.
10 damage.
10 damage. Yeah, you can get a pretty decent shot in here. Go ahead. Describe how you would slash this to kill it.
So yeah, he looks to Ulf and says what he says, and then he kind of like puts his hand back and then drops into a low stance and then just jabs it up in the jugular, like right
Just
through,
like right through
it,
here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right through its head.
Sure.
Right,
Yeah, no,
right.
you totally do that. Yeah, yeah. It's because he went for the head. He's totally dead. He's not getting up. And I assume you just prepare for the next one that you're
Yeah.
going to vanquish.
Yep. He like steps back and he like puts his targe up and has the.
Yep. Sure. Sylvie, it is your turn. It's pretty easy pickings right now. I think you still have one target you were trying to nail down a bit, though.
Yeah, I'll just go after that one again.
Sure, go for it. Yeah, you totally do. Go ahead and give me damage. And this is already used with the +1, right? To damage?
Yeah, it's all
Okay,
it's
cool.
all in there.
Sweet.
Does that kill it?
9. And that does kill it. Describe
Okay.
what kind of shot do you make? Do you go for the head? What do you do to kill this thing?
You remove the head or destroy the brain. That's how zombies work.
So you're doing a little bit of both. You're removing the head and the brains.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, so I assume you go back into hiding?
Yeah, I will also move forward a little bit more.
Just to kind of keep up with the herd?
Yeah,
Okay.
and whenever I think I'm close enough to them to do so. Like, whereas, I mean, in that, my next turn, so I'm 25 feet away so that I can then move in and...
Yeah. Give a little slice and dice? Sure.
I want to use... Yeah, my sword is more effective than the bow, so...
Okay, yeah, sure.
I think.
Not a problem.
So, yeah, I'll switch them out when I can get close enough.
Sure. You close the gap pretty well. I'd say the next turn, if you use
I actually
a good...
didn't take damage, so... doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
When you move your next time, you be within range to move and be within melee range.
Okay.
So you can get a good 20 feet away from them this time.
Okay.
Alrighty. Zombie time. Tiberius, you have... they can move pretty far. So you have quite a bit of them on you at the moment.
Mhm.
But so does Ulf, because he's right up there. So we're going to say this is against... they have disadvantage. That's one miss.
Yeah. So Tiberius will try to put himself in front of Ulf as much as possible so they attack.
Okay. So this one's going to hit you
Yep.
for 4 damage.
Yep.
4 bludgeoning. So that's 2 out of 5. This one's going to go for Ulf, but it has to make a wisdom saving throw. It fails, so it goes for Tiberius. That's a 9, or an 8, so it fails. That one fails. Tiberius. 7, so it fails.
Mhm.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 10. So they all just come up to you, and only one of them gets a good hit on you. He kind of misses the targe, but the rest of them just kind of hit the targe or just don't even hit you at all. They're kind of like massing too much trying to get to you now, so maybe they just don't have a clean shot. The rest of them move up as well. Lola, it is your turn. Most of these things are moving the other way. You have one last zombie who is he's a tough motherfucker.
I'm gonna have Grim pounce. He's like 20 feet away or less, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just give me that attack.
The 12 strength. It has to.
Oh, you're gonna actually try to do the... Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
pounce.
Okay, I see.
Sorry.
Okay, I saw that. Yeah, give me 1 second. I totally forgot that's what we're talking about. That's strength check, you say.
Mm-hmm.
He fails it. Go for it.
Okay. So he is going to bite once he pins him to the ground.
Okay.
Enjoy your stay.
Oh, so right before making a claw attack. Okay, cool.
Mike, would you say that Grim pins him low? 505 arise, and welcome to the graveyard.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's plenty enough to kill it. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. So your panther just goes up, he just swipes him down, and I just assume was it a bite? He just bites into the face and just rips it off.
Ooh,
Rips off the
dinner.
whole head. Yeah, it tastes real yummy. I'm real sure.
Can you
It's
bring
your
it back for me?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I'm just going to shoot whichever one, try to get it in the head, whichever one is closest to Tiberius.
To do that, you'd have to move a little bit, but you have, I'm assuming, 30 feet of movement. You're an elf, right? So that's about 25 to 30 feet. Yeah, so you have plenty to maneuver around like little Legolas, and you get into range, and you find a decent shot. You're going to shoot over most of the herd of zombies, but you can shoot at ones that are on Tiberius. Keep in mind, if you get a nat 1, there will be consequences.
Okay. I'm also going to use Hunter's Mark to mark the target. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead, and that's a bonus action, so that's free to happen. Yep, so they have 1d6 extra damage, and they have, check to find it, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's so you can track it later. Yeah, so the biggest thing is that they have the 1d6 damage. Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack. Natural 20, go ahead and give me damage.
So,
And then 1d6.
it's
And
actually,
then 1d6,
do that twice.
2d6, yes, hit it one more time. Yeah, you destroy it. You send this arrow going, and I like to always imagine that when you hit something so hard like this, it's like in Skyrim when it follows the arrow, and you just get it in the neck bone, and the head just snaps sideways like nearly headless Nick.
What is the neck bone connected to?
The next person who followed? I don't know.
Nope, that was
I thought
it.
that was a setup. I
No.
thought that was a setup.
No,
God
it's
damn
just
it.
it's a children's song, Michael. It's a children's song.
I thought you were fucking with me.
I mean, I was fucking with you, but it wasn't a segue.
You can't blame me though.
No,
You can't blame me.
it's true. It's true. Oh, man.
Yeah, so you kill it. We'll just go ahead and mark. Oh, we get to. Oh, you killed 2 this round. You fucking went. Next person, Mr. Ulf. You have arrows coming at you, but they're thankfully hitting your targets. A couple of them are dead around you. What are you gonna do?
Probably still chide Tiberius. If you just be their friends, they won't even attack you. Look at me. They know I want to be their pal. And then I think it's time for Queck to appear behind one of them and give it a
make his appearance?
shadowy claw. Yeah.
Sure, give it to me, baby.
Queck crits.
He sure does. What's the damage on that? That's a lot. Con save against poison though. They're immune to poison, so
It's
so
9
it's still
piercing.
nine piercing damage. That's a pretty massive hit. However, it's not enough to kill you. You could say it's bloodied at this point, though.
Oh yeah, but Ulf's just playing with them. They're palling around.
Yeah, they're just doing hood rat things.
Yeah.
Sure. Tiberius Caldwell, it is your turn.
How many are left around me?
Right now, there's about 4 around you. I'm sorry, around you, there's 3 with 2 more along the way.
So he's going to regain his temporary hit points, and then he's going to stab one of them again.
Yeah, go for it.
Advantage. How about
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about
Sure.
that? How about that?
Sure, you said it before I looked at it, so yeah, you totally
Yeah.
do it with advantage.
Yeah, so 20.
Yep, you hit it. Give me the
Thanks,
damage.
followers. Oh, man. That was a close call. 10 damage.
Yeah, you one-shot this thing. Go ahead and, yeah.
Yeah, so
Do you
like
do anything special for it, or
he
what?
he stabbed one and then readied over his charge and then just basically just got this guy through the forehead. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah, just-
splunked him.
Just like Arya did that one fat kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, just slow. No, what am I doing?
Lamy Green Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sylvie, it is your turn. You're close enough. You have there's 2 not stragglers. So there's 2 stragglers and there's two more going towards
Enjoy your stay.
Tiberius and company.
There's also a small package on the ground of "My Crayolas arise! Begin and welcome to the graveyard."
I actually like that one.
Now I've got my Sharona in my head.
My Crayolas.
Would I be able to get within 5 feet of one of my allies so that I can get my sneak attacks?
That's kind of. I don't think the layout's in your favor.
Okay.
You have to use a dash, and by that point, you don't have your attack action.
No, because I can dash as a bonus action.
You can dash as a bonus action. Then at that point, yes, you can dash and get towards Tiberius and Ulf.
Alright, and then I will give her with my fish stick.
And go for it. 14, because you have friends. Oh, either way, that's a hit, so go ahead and give me damage. 9, what do you do? How do you, from your height, how do you kill this zombie that's about human size?
I would probably just sever the spine, the base of the spine.
Yeah. You just overhand that thing right down the middle of the spine?
No, like,
No? Oh, you okay? You're gonna slash it? Okay.
cut it right in half.
Yeah, you cut it right in half. It does get to make a con save.
I have sneak attack damage.
Oh, go ahead and give me that sneak attack, because that all goes into the factoring of it. So 10. So it has to make a DC 15 con save. It does not, so it stays dead.
Alright.
So that's one less. So Tiberius, you have 2 on you. 11 will miss.
Yep.
It has disadvantage. Does 16 hit you?
16 just hits me.
Just hits you, finally. Hit somebody.
You hit me
I
right.
hit you before.
Yeah.
That's 7 bludgeoning damage against you.
Is it 7 or is it 9? Oh, you crit. That's right.
The original was a crit, so it's 7.
Okay.
Because I have disadvantage. And then 2 more move up. At this point, Sylvie, you're aware that 2 or 3 more zombies are coming up behind you. Just a heads up. Lola, it is your turn.
I'll make sure, people see.
Yeah. So you're making it pretty apparent that there's more coming, but not too many more. Lauren, it's your turn.
Okay.
So you have about 5 targets to choose from. You have 2. I'm sorry. There's 1 remaining at Ulf, Sylvie, and Tiberius, but they have 3 more coming up behind them.
Okay, the one that's coming up behind Sylvie,
Yep.
I'd like to Grim to... Sorry, hold on. How far is it, did you say?
At this point, they are 40 feet away.
Could I just position Grim behind that one? Can he just stealth through, maybe, and just kind of like get up behind the one that's near Sylvie?
Excuse me. What's his movement speed? Like, it's pretty good, right? Because he's a cat.
Yeah.
We'll
This would
say,
be-
we'll say he gets pretty damn close. If he doesn't get there, then he gets almost there. I'm not going to deal with empirical. Like, he's 3 feet away. But he's in the vicinity.
Okay, so do you want me to roll a stealth?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth that way, because he is going to be going natural 1. So as he's running through, he's at this point he's in battle mode, not stealth mode. So the zombies, 2 of them are going to make opportunity attacks for a 7 and a 6, and they miss. Despite him being quite big, he does have kind of slick fur, I would assume. I'm sure you could pet him at night and brush him, and they cannot get a good handle on him.
Okay.
Yep. So does he? Now, are you saying how
Was
much
that-
is it?
Was that separate? Or was that his move?
That was his move.
Okay.
So do you have any actions planned for him?
I guess just claw again at the
Yeah,
one
go
that
for
he's
it.
behind.
Sure. 9 is unfortunately not enough. He just misses him as he continues going. So now it's your turn. Lola's
I'm gonna try to
actual
shoot
turn.
it.
Go for it. 26, you sure hit. Go ahead and give me damage. 6. This one already was hit before, so go ahead and describe what kind of shot did you make? Did you kind of go for the, any kind of particular body shot, or you just losing arrows, hoping you hit?
Just right straight through the neck.
Straight through the neck? Sure. So, so Tiberius, you stab somebody, pull it out, and then all of a sudden, arrow like drops right at your feet as it kills a zombie right there.
Tiberius never pulls out. He just lets them slide off the end.
Semantics. Ulf, it is your turn. There's like only 2 or 3 zombies left, man. And what do you do, man? They're pretty far away at this point. All the close ones are dead. They're about 20 feet away.
Now that Sylvie's with us, he's probably like demonstrating to Sylvie. Now, see, they were angry when they were undead, but now that they're dead, they're not angry anymore. And just real casually, like, again, fire an Eldritch Blast at one of the distant ones.
Just how do you fire a spell casually?
I think it's just while he's talking to her, I guess down to her, because she's down there. Just throwing it off, and I'm going to use my viewer advantage on that.
You're going to use your advantage? Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Damage, 11, that's enough to kill it, and it also flies 10 feet. So I just imagine you hit it like in the chest, and it's such a force that it pushes it 10 feet back, snaps the neck, like the arms like stay in place because inertia's a thing.
Yeah.
And it just like lands and skids, and like maybe it also like slams its head into a rock.
Nailed it.
Sure did. Tiberius, it is your turn. About 25 feet away is the next one.
Has this been?
The last 2 are fresh. Fresh looking.
They're
zombies,
fresh
yeah.
and so clean. So he's going to do an awesome ranger move that he's seen before so many times in his experience as a ranger. And he's going to run it. He's going to flip his rapier around on the backhand side, and he's going to run and just like kind of run through this guy and like hit him in the neck area.
Oh, okay.
Or he's
give
going to attempt
me an attack.
Kapow! 16s.
Yeah, no, you totally hit. Go for it.
Cool. 11 damage.
That's enough to kill it.
Yeah, so he just like runs, he like flips it, like while he's running, he flips it to the side, and he just kind of like slices across like through the neck, he follows through, and then he comes to you said it was 25 feet away, he comes to a skidding halt 5 feet past the thing, and then it does that cool anime thing where it just stands there for a second, and then like, well, the head falls one way and the body falls the other way.
Gotcha. Totally happens.
Yep.
Sylvie, it's your turn. Do you want me to just go ahead and steer your character while you have to go reboot? Okay. So she has the Mad Fish Stick out. Just to make it easy. Fish Stick. She has advantage, fuck it. She kills it, sweet. Guys, there's one last
that was crazy.
zombie. Yeah, just crazy how that happened. She just slid up in those DMs and...
Yeah. Guys, the cameras are going to be jacked up for a minute or two until Madfish gets back. She has to restart her computer, so just deal with it, because I'm not going to rearrange them. Yeah. It takes like 10 minutes to rearrange them, and by the time I finish, she'll be back. And
she'll be back, yeah.
It's just not worth it.
So at this point, we're going to go a little bit more narrative at this point. Lola, it's your turn in initiative, but as you go to probably tell Grim what to do or subconsciously tell him what to do, however your bond works, a human emerges from the rubble, and he says, "What is the meaning of this? What do you guys do?" You guys see, emerging from the ruins, is a stout red-robed figure with shallow skin and a shaved head. He has black tattoos on his forehead. And if you guys you guys can't really see it from further away. Lola, you'd probably be the best one because you're the furthest into the ruins. You could see that it looks wicked. Whatever symbol it is, it looks like a symbol of the ancients, which is evil stuff. So what do you do? Do you continue attacking? Do you turn around and say, what are you doing here? Who are you?
How many of them are there left? I'm sorry.
There's only one zombie left, and now there's only that human coming out of the ruins.
I'm going to shoot that zombie in the head.
You go for it.
No trust.
Yeah, you totally do. Give me damage. 11. We'll say that's enough to kill it. So I just imagine you kind of like look back, you look forward, and loose the arrow, and just drop the zombie. Not rob the zombie, but you drop the zombie.
Drop the beat.
So yeah, we're a little bit out of order. What do you guys do? He's approaching you guys, and he's like, "You ruined everything I created. These were my guardians."
What does this guy look like again?
He's shorter. He's got red hair or red stubble on his face.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty stout. He's got a shaved head, and he's a tattoo on his forehead. Anybody who wants to identify it, give me an intelligence roll, Arcana, or even a history.
I could get down with that.
17 on history.
Ulf, yeah, no, I'm going to say you have advantage on it, Ulf, because you're a magic user, and it's dark magic. So, unfortunately, Lauren, you're not quite familiar with magic beings like this, necromancers in particular. So you both realize that it's a necromantic symbol, and it's usually associated. This symbol is most associated from a region called Thay. It's far to the east, and you know that at this point, at this location, wizards pattern their flesh with tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
and that the tattoo on the head represents the school of necromancy. You can just tell by the look of it. It's like a skull on his forehead.
Okay. Do I know anything else about Faye?
About Thay, with 17, you just know that it's to the far east.
Okay.
And
Like there's
whatever
no
the
there's no unique thing with these kind of wizards or anything like that would stick out.
Do I have
Potentially.
Fey ancestry?
Faye. T-A.
I thought you said Fey. I was like,
No.
that's not. That's
No,
random.
Faye is a plane. Faye is a place. Yeah, so he looks at this guy and he says, he like flourishes his rapier into its place.
Sure.
And I have to rearrange cameras in a second. Yeah, so he flourishes his rapier into place, and he looks to this man and he says,
The stout wizard, what are you doing here, surrounded by undead? What do you mean these are your minions?
I told you they were friends.
Yes, but not friends of ours, Elf. It is a high treasonous crime to raise the dead here in the lands protected by the Lord's Alliance.
They didn't hurt me.
What say you, fat man?
Well, I see you all are quite handy at your craft here. It's no harm done to me. I will be able to resurrect some new guardians if needs be.
If needs be, you say, you will resurrect? By the gods, you will not have the chance to resurrect anything!
Wait, Tiberius, hear him out.
God damn it.
Weren't we, like, trying to, like, get rid of necromancers or some junk?
Well, we're not all bad. I mean, I'm pretty bad. I do some terrible things, but that's beside the point.
They're not all bad.
I'm a businessman first.
They're
Necromancer
businessmen
second.
first.
Whatever. You just said you were a bad guy, and we're, like, supposed to, get rid of bad guys and, like, stuff. It's sort of what they pay us for.
Yes,
Well-
and like stuff!
Well, I mean, how about this? What if I ask you to do me a favor in exchange for information?
Okay.
I mean, there's worse bad guys. There's worse bad.
What?
Well, you tell me. What do you want to know? I'm a necromancer. I might know a great many things.
Do you know of the
Everything.
family? There's a small family of necromancers in the Neverwinter Wood. Have you heard of them?
There's no family in the necromancer.
I assure you, we have seen baby footprints of a necromancer in the wood.
No, there's... we have a chain letter that we send around. But I don't
If
remember
you
anything
are
about
a
the baby
necromancer worth your salt, you would know about these necromancers in the wood.
That would be true if they existed. There are many necromancers in the wood, but none with a baby necromancer.
Oh, if I believe he is a liar.
They just had it. We saw the signs.
Like a sign that said, "Here, baby necromancer."
We almost.
Yeah. No. I don't believe you.
Well, I don't believe you. What are you doing here in this tower?
Looking
So many people when they encounter Tiberius, they're either like, what? And then they get totally swept away by what he's saying. Or they're like, you're crazy, I'm leaving. And this guy's just, no.
Well, I'm here searching old ruins, and I'm looking for an old spell book.
What spell book? Is it the Necromancer spell book of Bojangles?
Bojangles? Is that how you pronounce it? I was pronouncing it Bojentles.
Well, you have been wrong as you are about the Necromancer baby.
But that is exactly. I heard that a banshee in these parts had it, and I'm searching everywhere for it.
Yes, well, you'd leave this banshee. Oh, for you hearing this, how he besmirches the title of your lady.
And he looks to Ulf and your lady.
Ulf kind of blushes a little. Yeah, we'll see where that goes.
Well, it'll go nowhere. She's a ghost. It's not how it works.
Ghosts are people too.
They were people too.
You call yourself a necromancer.
Well, I understand cattle versus.
Well, maybe some of us put the romance in necromancer, okay?
That is deplorable.
That was
good
awesome.
sir. God damn it.
That's a
I give him an air 5 from across the battlefield.
I think Sylvie would actually just lose it and start laughing.
Oh, that's.
But she's laughing at you, not with you.
Ulf doesn't know the difference.
Bitters,
No.
how long have you been sitting on that one? The whole game?
I mean, I have lots of thoughts.
Does Ulf?
No, just one.
Impure thoughts.
That's amazing.
My good sir, that is deplorable. We do not do that.
Look, I don't judge you. You shouldn't judge me. And
I will judge you if that's what you do.
my friends are gonna kill you. I think we should all calm down and we can come to a reasonable agreement. Because
I don't think I want to mess around with a corpse fucker like you.
And when he says that, I raise my bow at him.
You're behind him, so I don't think he knows it.
Well, it's gonna be a real surprise.
Yeah.
I'll start sneaking up behind him.
okay, just tell me one
You
thing.
hear giggling, but you don't know where it's coming from.
That's right.
It's just like, what the hell is that?
From
Dude,
like 3 feet off the ground.
Hopefully you and I are separated.
did you learn to do this stuff from a book or something?
Well, where did you learn to do your stuff, you sick piece of shit?
Stan.
Stan?
Stan
Yeah.
Key. Of course.
Stan Key?
Yeah.
I do not know this Stan Key. Is he a master of the craft?
He's my friend. Now answer my question.
Yes. I did learn
Okay.
it from a book. I'm trying to find a better book, though.
A better book.
Yes, it's a book of Bojangle. Or is it Bojangle?
Bojangles.
Oh, we heard about that.
Yes, we were just talking about that, yes.
Yes, you will not find the book of Bojangles here. It is hidden far away. Far and
Far away?
Far and away. You will not receive your treacherous necromancy.
Well, shit.
Guys,
You say the word, Tiberius.
Well, thank you for the free information. I will be on my way. You gentlemen have a lovely day. You want to attack when he starts saying that?
Can I have Grim pounce on him?
So before
And just hold him?
Wait, before anyone
Before we do that.
before anyone attacks, and he says, "Okay, I'll be on my way." Tiberius looks to him and says,
Let us go inside and have a beverage, and you can explain why you are here in great detail.
"Make a wisdom saving throw."
What's the DC?
13.
It's
Yes,
a natural 1.
he does. We go inside and have a drink, Mike, and he's gonna tell me exactly why he's here.
Mike, it's not in the book. Yeah, so he's like, oh, yes. That sounds fair enough. I have supplies in there anyway, so that's on my way. And so he starts heading towards the only like actual enterable part of the ruin where he came from.
He says, "Now, Ulf, I don't understand why you have this fascination with undeath, or what you plan to do with your ghostly lover. But if anyone insults my friends and or their lady friends, we must put them right. So if he can teach you part of this craft, I would gladly have tea with this gentleman."
I appreciate that, and if we have to kill him, well, that's cool because I could use his book and I could bring him back. He'd be angry.
How loud are you being right now?
I mean,
Ulf loud?
yeah.
But good sir, kill me. We were just about to exchange stories.
We can.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. You're making kind, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what did you do with it?
Yeah. You're actually... Yeah. So he's still heading back inside now because he's still under suggestion.
Yeah, as long as no one kills him, no one attacks him, he's just he wants to have
very
a cup
susceptible.
Yeah, he wants to have a cup of tea.
Yep.
Yeah, so Tiberius follows him in and says,
"Ladies, would you like a beverage of sort? Hear a tale spun by this criminal."
Yeah, and the two of you could totally just gank this guy right now if you wanted to. You don't have to follow along Tiberius's antics.
"Yep, that's true."
Do you want to? I'll give Lola a look. I'll just be like, hmm.
And then I look at Grim and I'm like, hmm?
And the cat's like, hmm.
And then he looks at the goat.
And the
And
goat,
he gets
the goat has those anime fire eyes because he's a battle goat.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's like-
please.
It's like the camera on that 70s show, like where it's in the middle. And it's like,
Oh yeah, around the weed when they're smoking.
I'm gonna look at Sylvie and look at his pockets and just kind of like nudge a little,
yeah,
like
totally
just. But
I'm totally gonna pick.
Yeah, give me a pickpocket, which is a
Sleight of hand.
sleight of hand.
30.
did you find the
Sure.
book? What'd you get?
Jeez, what didn't you get?
Oh man.
His dignity.
So on his dick, yeah, it just falls off.
I said dignity.
Oh, his dignity.
And his
To
dick.
Rhino, that's the same thing.
And his dick. It's all the same.
So you get a smaller leather pouch. It contains about 20 silver pieces and about 5 gold pieces. And when you're doing that, you know what? It's 2 of them. So you're going to also find one of copper, about 50 pieces of copper, and an additional 20 pieces of silver.
Okay.
That's just in his person, in his pockets.
All right.
However, with the 30, like, are you like just doing a quick scoping, like you're just in and out, or are you like
Are you in there for a while?
you're in there for a while? You think you might be able to get a ring off of his finger if you're quick enough.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Do you need another sleight of hand?
30 is pretty damn high. I want to reward you. That's goddamn. You have a plus 12 too. I just saw that. No, you pulled a ring off of his finger. Like it's a loose ring. You can tell it wasn't made for him. You can just tell like he's just using it.
Evil wizard ring? Is that what evil mage ring? Is that what it's right?
Yeah, you can just call it the evil mage ring for now if you want.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's
Once I have my shinies, I'm good.
sure. Yeah. And so he starts it's at this point that he's getting close to the ruins and heading inside.
All right. Well,
So
Yeah.
Tiberius is
Okay.
following him in.
Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't sure. Ulf's with him? Okay, so he goes in and he has like a small... I'm sorry, what's that?
I think at this point I'm assuming he'll make a good meat shield, so he can go in front of us.
Oh,
Can we
Okay.
look for anything on the bodies of the?
of the zombies?
Yeah.
You can. It would just take a few minutes. So if you want to spend a few minutes while they're inside talking?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So you guys go in, he starts putting, he stokes the fire a little bit, he puts a kettle on, he gets like he gets like a ladle of water, until he fills up the kettle to start boiling some tea for you guys. And while that's happening, outside, it just takes a little bit of time, but once you start going through some of these bodies, Lola, that you can tell like probably part of the ritual is that they're completely stripped, and so all they have on them are rags. So none of them have any pieces of jewelry or coinage on them right now.
Okay.
So you start noticing this after the first two, and you just kind of like, okay, this was part of a summon. This was part of a ritual, so they probably just did all that. So it's up to you if you want to search every one of them, but your likelihood is pretty low.
Enjoy your stay.
Okay, so inside, he's brewing up some tea. He's like, what brings you boys to these parts? Before I start talking.
Well, I am here searching for the clockwork Merca Rise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard.
I heard he was in these parts.
Yes, that's why we're here. We just happened to stumble upon your camp. This is all a lie. It's a clever ruse. I am fooling you, my good man.
Oh, you sure are.
I am here to kill you. But first, this delicious tea.
Yes.
Now then, you are here looking for the Book of Bojangle.
Mm-hmm.
We have heard of your necromantic activities.
You've heard of mine?
Yes. That you are here performing necromantic activities. They are bad. Why would you not have zombies and just do the manual labor? Why would you draw so much attention to yourself as to call down the Lord's Alliance? You seem to be quite the amateur, sir. Ulf communicates better with the undead than you do.
But you have heard of me.
Yes, what is your name again? Exactly. How could you not know of the necromantic babies in the forest? Ulf saw them himself. Tell them,
There
Ulf.
were so many.
So there was just one a minute ago. Did they have a whole herd of necrobabies?
I think we established they were a... What did we call them?
I believe it was a pod or a gaggle.
A cuckold?
No, it was a rise.
It was a murder of necromancers.
A murder of necromancers. That is our preferred nomenclature.
I thought it was a rise.
That's what it was. It was a rise.
rise.
A rise of necromancers. That's even better. I forgot about that one.
Well, some of us just stick to ourselves and are undead.
There's nothing wrong with that. So, where's this book? You've got a book, right?
Do you have a book?
I've got a couple books, but they're boring.
Well,
Can Grim search for it
for the book?
while you guys talk?
I guess so. Does he know what a book, does he know what he's looking for?
Yeah, I can.
He would be able to,
talk to him, so.
tell him, find paper, find book. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation from him. So that'd be under intelligence. So for him, just roll an intelligence. 8? Yeah, no, he's not able to really distinguish what you mean by a necromancer book. It's like, I don't think I owe you any knowledge of my book. It's quite precious to me.
I know it would be precious to everybody if you would just tell me where your book is.
So you're casting it on him again?
I
Pretty much?
totally am.
You can't. He's immune to it.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
he?
immune to it. Yeah.
I think so because he's already charmed, right? Magically influence a creature you can see. Creature can't be blah 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 blah. Yeah, creature. What the hell is it? Creatures that can't be charmed. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Huh.
The spell ends when the subject finishes what they were asked to do.
That's
So
true.
you guys have until the end of this pot of tea.
Well, yeah, he says the tea and tell me why you're here. So as soon as he tells us why he's here, he is susceptible to more suggestion.
Yes. Well, I told you why I was here. I was here looking for Bojentle's Book of Necromancy.
And what have you found thus far?
Nothing. I found a couple corpses, made some guards, found a couple more, kind of built from there. Lost a few. They kind of roamed. Sometimes you got to keep them chained up.
You are a terrible necromancer.
I don't know. I think being a good necromancer is raising the dead, and I think I've been pretty good at that.
Yes, but I just put them back down, and now you are here as my prisoner.
Prisoner? I thought we were...
As my friend, is what I said.
Yes.
It's what you misunderstood.
Oh, that's... I guess that could be a fine line, right?
Yes, fine line.
Yeah,
Find a
sure.
prisoner. Ask Tarth or Sebastian if you depending on
Oh
who
yeah,
asks.
where is Tart?
He didn't come with us. He stayed in
Yeah, I
town.
was gonna say he totally stayed in town.
Yeah. He's a known person now.
Sure.
Um,
So the tea's almost done. He started like get the leaves into the cups. He only got like 3 cups. So there's only enough tea for a couple of you, and he's starting to steep it with water.
He says, yes, well, I am afraid that if you don't tell us where your books are and exactly what you plan to do with these Bojangles book here, I'll have to kill you. It's a shame. But
Well,
you
it's a good thing
you
I-
have no more gods here, so...
I don't know. That's absolutely true. I mean, I just keep my books in a chest. That's all.
It's a chest, would you say? Where would this
Yeah.
chest be, by chance?
You're sitting on it.
Oh! Well then.
That's lucky. You said books. That's plural.
Well, it's kind of lonely up here. Boys got to do something.
Yes, well, I'm going to arrest you now. I believe.
Arrest me.
Yes, yes.
So this effect removes itself once he's answered you and served tea, right?
yes. Yep.
And he knows he's been affected by a spell, right?
Let's see. Does he? This just asked if the 6 acid can be completed in a short time. The spell ends. You can also modify.
Okay, so it's not like command.
Yeah, no,
command.
nope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just nicely suggesting he do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been done real good at it because you got fucking nat ones.
He says, yes, I'm going to arrest you now and take you to Phandelver, where you will be escorted to the Lord's Alliance.
Oh well, that sounds lovely. Escorted. I've never been escorted before.
Good. Now I am going to tie you with this rope. Is that agreeable?
I mean, if you're going to arrest me, yeah, that's
Yes,
what
of
you do.
course. What of course? Sylvie, are you Sylvie? Tiny friend.
I have like a net.
That.
Is that the name of your girlfriend, Annette?
Why do you have a net? Wait, no, we tied someone up with a net before. I recall this. That's true.
Everybody should have a net.
Now, Ulf, can
God.
the Groat carry this man back to Phandelver?
He's small.
Maybe.
Oh.
He's a battle goat. He's super strong.
Good. Well then, I
Battle goat.
Sylvie, if you would be so kind as to tie this man up, I would.
All right.
I
I
guess.
will tie him up in my net.
All in a day's work. It appears.
Yes, it does appear so.
As he just like lays down in a net and like holds up.
he failed it so hard. I'm not gonna.
He just burritos in a fucking net.
Yeah, and you put him in like he's a pretty small dude, so he kind of fits in the back of the cart.
Yeah, we'll just truss him up.
Yep.
Is Lola still outside? Oh, you're inside?
No.
Okay.
Well, I was only like 5 minutes after you guys.
Yeah. She followed up pretty quick.
He like pats you on the arm and he says,
You are quite skilled at murder. Our previous companion was also skilled at murdering. Great job, I believe.
But this one can find things.
That's
like
true. The other one
our
just
way
got
here.
angry and struck me and then murdered.
So
Did you
they
deserve
both had
it?
skills.
I don't think I deserved it. I think that she was just offended by everything.
that's like Sylvie
Can I-
nods in the background.
Is there anything else to maybe look around and take from here?
Oh yeah, no, he has a tent. This is just where he was like.
Ooh,
Yeah, there's
It's-
like a whole shitload of stuff
Yeah,
in here.
yeah. This is just where he like had a fire to like conceal the fire so that nobody knew.
Sylvie and I just make eye contact and slowly move out of the room.
Yep, sure.
I think this time Tiberius is actually going to go supervise because he knows if Sylvie gets her hand on anything, no one
Yeah.
else does.
Sure.
So he's gonna
So-
leave. He's gonna leave Ulf to guard this guy because that's prison enough.
Yeah.
No, not this time. Ulf is all about them books in that chest.
Okay.
Oh,
So the
super
books in the
excited.
chest. The books in the chest are in the ruins where he could like read at night for a little bit of light reading. So let's go ahead and take care of that first. In there, you find like an assortment of 7 or so books. You start getting into them, and you realize that one of them is a frothy romance novel.
Is it about ghosts?
And this guy judged me.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't about fucking dead people. So
Not
there's
before
that.
Ulf made his edits.
Well, but you see one of them's a smut book, and then you get the next one's just like a standard book of like how to survive in the wild kind of thing, like how to like a survival book that you get nowadays.
Ooh,
Um,
I want that if nobody wants it.
yeah, you don't know it's there yet, but you will eventually.
Yeah.
Then another one is kind of like herbs and like how to prepare like basic pastes and stuff like that, healing tinctures, like rudimentary alchemy, but not actual full of alchemy. And then you get further down, and there's a book that contains pretty much only pictures, and it's drawings of the naked variety. It's a play wizard, if you will. It's play necromancer.
Playmancer.
Playmancer.
A book of artistic nudes.
Yep, there you go. It's very tasteful. The nudes are tasteful. And then at the bottom of it, you see a.
If you're undead, the nudes are tasty. You're welcome, Bitters.
And then you see this very slick black book, and you can tell like the cover is actually metal, black metal, and it has a nice clasp on it. But it's not like a clasp that you can remove. You'd have to maybe take some time. There's like no keyholes on it. There's like a small kind of bowl, but it's like tiny. It's like the size of a quarter, or like a €1 coin kind of size, we'll say, and a small little bowl that and it's very, very shallow in the clasp of the book. You could stand to assume that that's probably the book that he's talking about.
I found it. You guys. There's like a book on survival and some herbalism stuff, and then this book, and he's like stuffing the other two into his inner pocket.
Of
I'll
course.
take book on like survival.
Okay.
If nobody else wants it.
So just for that one, just know that you have it, and any time that you go to use anything like that, surviving in the wild will, either lower the DC or give you advantage.
Okay.
Sweet.
And then you weren't wasn't Tiberius learning herbalism and
Nope, he gave it all to Ulf. All the alchemy books.
oh right, Ulf was learning it. Okay.
Yeah, it was a dwarven. It was so boring.
So boring.
And then the Book of Necromancy, in quotes, you kept that one.
Yeah, and the smut and the artistic nudes.
Okay, so
He was casual about stuffing them away.
Yeah. Those are
everybody else.
just light reading material. It's introductory stuff that it's a little bit more advanced. Nobody else would understand it.
Right.
So smut and Playboy. Perfect.
I do have the bag of holding if anybody
That's true. You do have a bag of holding.
it, but I carry the bag.
Man, it's really hard to get stuff out of it, guys. Like, it's really...
You can pry it from my cold dead hands.
Once things go in, it's real hard to get them back out. So it's like, they're basically mine at that point.
What's mine is mine. What yours is mine.
What's yours just isn't mine yet. So what about the outside tent stuff? Like,
Oh, yes. So now that we go to that, in the tent, you'll find, a nice cot, a traveling cot, a chair, a writing desk, writing supplies, and like rations and just general like living supplies, and a chest of clothes. In the chest, you'll find another leather bag, and it has a total of 50 silver pieces and about 30 gold pieces. There's also, some pearls in there. Sylvie, if you evaluate those, you would assume they're right around 100 gold pieces.
Ooh,
There's a couple potions of healing. There's 2 potions of healing.
nice.
And there's a rolled up scroll in a bone tube.
a bone tube?
A bone tube. A tube made of bone.
Okay.
As well as a jeweled box. It's kind of small. I would assume Sylvie's just like your appraiser. Sylvie, you would assume it's around 25 gold pieces for that.
For the sweet box?
For the little box, yeah.
Does all of the coinage and pearls fit inside that box?
Yeah, I would say that would work.
Yeah, I guess like I assume like gems appear in Sylvie's eyes.
Oh yeah, she's
as
like an anime character.
yeah, as
Well,
Tiberius like looks at her and slowly begins putting all of the things into the box, and then closes it and says,
We should split this when we return to Phandalin. And this,
and he holds up the bone tube.
should probably be destroyed, but against my better judgment, Ulf would probably do something devious with this, whether it be to himself or to others, I don't know. But I'm sure at a minimum he likes the case. And I would take this.
And he like starts taking this guy's clothes. Is there is there another red robe in there?
Yeah, there is one
Okay.
additional red robe. This one's a little bit more weathered.
He basically he's essentially taking this guy's shit to assemble a this guy disguise.
Okay,
Yeah, a red wizard disguise.
sure.
terrible necromancer disguise.
Terrible necromancer disguise. Yeah, he's gonna learn. He's gonna be Ulf and learn how to be a necromancer. And channel his inner Ulf.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. He looks to Lola and says,
And what of your task? You were sent here to meet us and assist in the capture of this necromancer? Yes.
Maybe.
Well
And I
then,
just take all the food rations and bring it out to the goats.
the
All of it.
to the
Literally all of it.
Sure.
this is what would you like to come back with us to Phandalin and perhaps talk to Salazar?
So Lauren, you would know that that you weren't supposed to, once this was done, go back to Phandalin to meet up with Sildar Hallwinter,
Are you sure that's
who
his
is
name?
I'm quite positive.
Okay.
Quite positive now.
I guess I could join for a little bit. I'm not gonna tell them that I know that that that's where
Yeah.
I'm heading, but I'll
Sure.
just agree.
Yeah, like I have my own business.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, do you guys just head right on out? It's only mid-morning, so you guys could get a good way down the road if you left now.
Yeah. We have this guy captured and put in the back of Groat the battle.
Yeah, sure.
The battle goat.
Okay. So at the end of your 8 hours of travel, he starts. Here, we'll go ahead and that's the wrong one. He starts to wake up a little bit more. Like, not so much wake up, but he's like, what is the meaning of this? And he's like securely tied up.
Yeah, so as he starts to struggle, Tiberius looks over to him and he says,
This is where we are escorting you back to Phandalin as payment for your crimes.
and he casts suggestion again.
Yeah.
So wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
God!
oh, right.
I guess that's fine.
Yes. Oh, yes. Phandalin, I heard they have nice Toblerones there.
They do. It's a man named Toblerone Stonel. He's cooks quite a roast. Yes. Now, if you'd like to lay your head down and rest in the back of the Groat cart, it's the Groaty cart. I'm sorry, and we will escort you the rest of the way. We'll be there by. Be there by morning.
Well, what a lovely service this is. I
Yes,
just sit here and you take me where I need to go.
Yes, of course.
I even cleaned the goat recently, so it doesn't smell so bad.
I quite appreciate that.
So will Sylvie.
So I think knowing that how his spells work, he kind of looks to the group and he says,
Well, lad, we could sleep for the night, and it would be quite refreshing, I would assume. But our friend might escape in the morning, or he might be less acquiescent to our demands. We could continue instead to travel through the night and just be very tired the next morning. What say you?
I think that's probably better than taking chances with this guy, because he could I don't know, hurt us or some junk.
Yes, and I'm tired from all the murder that I had to help commit.
You guys, Groat is getting tired. Look at him. Look at his little face.
Oh, well then, in that case,
and he puts his hand on Groat and casts heroism.
He really is a battle goat.
Oh, this is
He is
ridiculous.
You can have
imbued with
Grim pull the
bravery.
cart, if you like.
Just
What's that?
old
Grim could
road.
pull the cart.
I mean, he's not exactly a beast of burden.
I don't know. Groat looks like he just got a second wind.
He unlocks that at level 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys continue through the night?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys take the 8 or so hours, the remaining time it would take for you guys to go into Phandalin, and you get there, as like the market's kind of opening back up.
Sylvie is cranky because she hasn't slept and no coffee, so she's
Yeah.
kind of.
Sylvie's cranky because she's Sylvie.
Sure. So I assume you guys take him straight to the Town Master's Hall?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are stroll on up, and you I assume you just knock on the door, and it gets opened by one of the clerks, and they know you by name now, so they just come on in. And you'll see Sildar is at the counter there, where he normally is outside of his office. So, Tiberius and company, you return.
Yes, sir, we are quite tired, but your friend here, the Lola, with her companion, Grom.
I believe you mean Grim.
That's what I said.
Yep. No.
I am tired. Well, I will leave you.
Yep. And so with that,
He just leaves.
he will slide a a leather pouch to Lola, and that boosts your gold by it's 10 gold and about 50 silver, just to escort these guys back and forth. I'm sorry, 20 gold, 50 silver, and that is your compensation for this escort mission. You guys don't get anything else. I don't think you guys were given any kind of reward for it.
No, we were just sent out there to kill the guy. We weren't even supposed to bring him back.
That was each?
That was just to Lola.
Oh, to Lola. Okay.
Yes, Lola had a bounty for this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have whatever the spoils are to split between us, which I didn't
Okay.
write down, which I'm sure Mike will tell me eventually.
I don't know. It sounds like you guys didn't get anything then.
The pearls and the gold in the basket that I took.
Sure.
I didn't write it down. I know that the pearls were like 100 a piece.
Yeah, the pearls was about 100 gold. I honestly made up the rest of the stuff except for the box.
Sweet.
So if you guys didn't write it down, then that's too bad. You have to figure that out.
I'll just go
Or I
back.
give you the lower amount that is on here.
I'll just rewind the VOD and watch that.
I should have written it down, but I was writing down who had what book
Yeah, we're saved on the internet.
Don't forget the boner tube.
in
Yeah.
the bone tube. Yeah.
Yeah, Tiberius
But
has
at any rate,
forgotten,
you guys.
and Tiberius just leaves, and he just goes to Stonehill and passes out.
And so Sildar goes out and he just kind of picks up. He's a pretty strong guy, so he just picks up the necromancer, who's a smaller guy, and throws him into a jail cell, still in his bindings. And at this point, he's starting to wake up.
Can I have, my net back?
Oh, you in this net? Yes. For once,
Well,
we could.
if you don't give it back to me, I can't, use it again.
It's a good
Have a
net.
point. It is a good net. I was hoping that we could use it for occasions like this. And he goes in, he grabs the net. He just keeps forgetting that you have a net on him. Because nobody uses a net inland.
They should.
We've used it twice
Yeah.
successfully to capture people and bring them back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I think you guys heard from somebody else about going to Old Owl Well. Your trainer, Mr. Tiberius.
Did
brought
I?
that up.
I totally
Pretty
blacked that out.
Sure. He's
Me
the one who
too.
told you about it, saying, hey, I heard this happened.
Yeah, he said there was undead there. That's what made us go
Yeah.
there. Did I miss something entirely about that? What else did he tell us?
Let me double check if I'm Brian Williamsing this.
Yeah, misremembering.
Yeah.
He told us about Old Owl. That's all I have, though.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that's the only thing. If you wanted to return to him, you can, but
Yeah, I mean, Tiberius passes out. He's tired. He walks all night.
yeah, I would assume as much. Yeah. Okay, so do you guys stick around? Who all leaves? Who leaves right away? Who stays?
I'm gonna go find a tree to sleep under with my buddy.
Okay, yeah, there's plenty of trees around. Yeah, wherever you want to go, you can. Just keep in mind that one of them's an orchard, so if you sleep in there, you might get in a little bit of trouble.
We're sleeping in there.
Yeah, so with that, I'm kind of good with ending the session there. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, sure.
You guys
Sounds
go to
good.
bed and...
Sounds like a solid, relaxing cliffhanger there to continue on the next time.
Such a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
you guys.
What
are they
will
going to
happen?
wake up?
Will
What
they
kind of dreams are they
awake?
going to have?
Yeah. Who knows?
Are they going to dream of the necromancer babies? A
Yeah.
whole lot of them.
I mean,
One of them is.
Ulf's definitely gonna dream about his necromancer boner next babies. What did I say?
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's having good dreams one way or another. We won't get into details.
So, speaking of your boner, Mr. Bitters, who are you? What are you doing here? And tell us about your character.
I'm Mr. Bitters. I'm the number 2 mod. I will never forget.
Mhm.
And the number 1 mod is in chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
I play Ulflang, the half elf warlock, and he's just a lot of fun.
He's just misunderstood, like most necromancers.
Yeah, exactly. They're people too.
Madfish, who are you? What are you doing here? And tell us about Sylvie.
I'm Madfish. I hang out in Discord a lot, and Sylvie is a rogue who's like totally better than you at like I don't know everything, and she likes to take everything. If it isn't nailed down, it's been taken.
That's fair. Ginger Ninja, this is your first time on some Dungeons & Dragons. This is your second time playing some tabletop games. Tell us about yourself. Who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think of D&D?
I've played before, never on stream. It was fun. I like my character so far. I think she's not really warming up to, or she hasn't warmed up to people yet, but at least like Sylvie, shinies. Maybe that's like I don't know, maybe that's a female thing. I don't know. But I run a channel where I mostly play first-person shooters, but definitely looking forward to playing again.
Sweet.
Sweet.
And yeah, we are back every Tuesday with Lost Mine of Phandelver, Lost Mine of Phandelver, until we finish it and go on to the next adventure. We're also here every Thursday with Bound by Flame and or, well, never and, but always or, Havoc in the Hinterlands, which are 2 homebrew campaigns in my homebrew world of Timaril. Mike's a player in one of those.
I'm a player in both of those.
He's a player in both of those, actually. Those are pretty cool. They fought a dragon, and they're about to fight another dragon. There's a lot of dragons fighting, apparently. That's happening. They unleashed some undead on the world, and they killed some cultists, and they...
I mean, it's not like we unleashed the undead. We just didn't kill them.
It's like a murder of omission, I guess, is whatever you want to call it.
It's not like we said the ritual. We just failed at stopping it.
You brought the catalyst. Speaking of being a terrible player in DM, Mike, who are you? What are you doing here? And why should anybody care?
It's pretty easy. Don't care.
Okay.
That's my suggestion for you guys. No, I do some of the graphical stuff that you guys see on our show. I sometimes post to Twitter. It's been a little bit lack recently, but yeah, that's what I do.
Sweet. Yeah, guys, and that was Lost Mine of Phandelver. We'll be back on Thursday for Bound by Flame, I believe, because we skipped last Thursday because we were at PAX. Yeah, so in Bound by Flame, these guys are in a temple trying to convince the High Priest to let them into these secret archives below, and he seems to be a cunt. So we'll see how that goes next time. For now, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.